Soccer time. Soccer to it. Kick the ball. Down the field, down the pitch. Hit the ball with your foot. Don't be a bitch. Hey! That's what we're gonna talk about today. Hi. Welcome. I'm just hanging out at the local arena, the local stadium, hanging with my friends, all my followers, all my fans. They're here for me. They're applauding me. On the field, on the pitch, I learned these terms. I've learned the ways of the football. Hi, welcome. We're talking sports today. No, we're not really talking sports. We're talking sports adjacent topics today. Because this video came across my Instagram page and I was so intrigued, so not shocked because nothing on my Instagram feed shocks me anymore, but let's go with intrigued by the podcast clip that I was watching. It was literally a woman who I had never seen before, but apparently is famous in the women's sports space, which go off queen. We love an athletic woman. But yeah, the way that she was speaking about herself, and then also I took a look at her Instagram and some of the stuff that she has on there. I'm like, how can you say what you're saying on this podcast and then have a post like this on your Instagram? These things do not equate in my mind. So I figured, hey, let's watch it. Let's discuss it. This is my favorite platform to do such a thing. A live reaction to a extended moment. I have not watched this whole thing, but I started watching the beginning and it was already from the get-go kind of juicy. So I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's lock in. Let's do it. It's Thursday. Let's go for it. But first, Angela Arnold says, let's go sports ball. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what we're talking about today. Sports ball. Am I right? I'm just going to say this to you.
They are the victims of cancel culture.
I guarantee you, Ashlyn Harris, who is who we're going to be talking about today, is going to claim cancel culture after this interview goes viral.
People tend to get their feelings hurt because they're just weak and they're soft.
That's basically the vibes of this interview, by the way. So in case you don't know who this person is either, let's just give a quick recap because I had to learn as well. Ashlyn Harris is oh no, not the black screen. Okay, there it is. I just had to delete some stuff on my computer, so hopefully it catches up. So she is a soccer player, former professional. She played in college. She actually is from Florida. She was like very, good from the beginning. Then she had some injuries, and she was injured quite a few times, which I thought was kind of funny. So she played in high school. She was great in high school, whatever. Then she joined the North Carolina Tar Heels from 2006 to 2009. But she was injured, and then she tore her right ligament, and then she was injured again after recovering, and she got injured again. Then she broke her thumb, and then she was injured again. So she's been injured a lot, which I find to be ironic based on, again, how this woman speaks about herself as if she is God's gift to this earth and that she doesn't even understand how people can be so average and disgusting, unlike her, who's exceptional and beautiful and perfect at all times. And she also, in case you were wondering, if you were what's the name of the show? Not Dawson's Creek, but the other one, One Tree Hill. If you're a One Tree Hill stan or fan, here's a little bit of allure for you. She's dating Sophia Bush. And as the caption says, baddies. There you go. That's half of her face and full of Ashlyn's face. They're dating, and there you go. Very exciting. She loves Airbnb. So that's all you need to know. She has a podcast herself now, Ashlyn does, where she interviews female athletes. And then I guess now she's doing the rounds to promote said podcast. And that's what we're going to be watching. And this is from Danielle Robay, who has a podcast in a very beige room, very beige. Everything's beige, including the microphones. And she interviews people. I don't really get the hype. I haven't heard much about her, but she's like a host, but she's got low subscribers. So I don't know. She gets pretty big guests for having such low subscribers, but whatever. Okay, we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on the topic at hand, the beigeness and the excellence. Oh, hold on. One more thing before I move on to the actual interview. So this is her Instagram, right? She's going to talk about in this interview, at least for a second, she's going to say, or for a few minutes, how exceptional she is, and she can't even help it. She wakes up and just oozes exceptionality, and that she doesn't like to be around average people because it could be contagious, and she's like apprehensive to even be near a normie, you know, like she's disgusted by it. Okay, then she posts something like this. And the caption is, stay around you because you won't even be around people who aren't millionaires and striving to, you know, be the best every day. Like, the messages are conflicting for me. How can you be like, stay, you're important, unless you're not a millionaire, trillionaire, hot soccer lady like me? She's only speaking to specific people here. She's like, the rest of you can go, I don't care. But hot, professional women athletes, stay, baby girls. Stay. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing that I wouldn't do. I just thought that was ironic. It's always people who are like, be kind. And they're the craziest. They say the craziest shit, like behind closed doors. Like, just be kind, everybody, is their bio. And they're like, I would just love the entire country to be rid of this person. Like, I don't know. They'll just say the most insane things. And it's just like, what part of being kind do you think you are? I don't know. Anyways, okay. So the interview is an hour and 28 minutes. All right. So that's where we're at. And before we get started, all I have to say is welcome.
No, we're not a cult.
Okay, keep that in mind. And also, I added some new ones that are...
We are now.
No, I mean, that is new, but I added some Meghan Markle ones.
Sounds too good to be true, right?
Right. Here.
They are grifters.
I don't know where the Meghan Markle ones went. Hello? Where are you, Meghan Markle? I need you. I need you.
And they call that a bisexual tone.
The opportunity of the 21st century.
Okay, whatever. I'll find it at some point. All right, here we go. Let's jump on into it. The white microphone, the white cue cards, the beige, the wheat in the background. I'm loving this aesthetic. Hit it.
I was going to start the podcast totally differently, but I noticed your nails. I stopped wearing nail polish.
Oh.
Are you a no nail polish person?
No, I do nothing.
You do nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Forever and ever?
Forever and ever.
I mean, I guess as a goalie, you're not really.
No, and you know what the biggest issue for me is? I never wore lotion as a player.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can't.
Because it would make my gloves slimy.
Butterfingers.
Yeah, so I am used to like snake skin dry like hands, and my partner hates it. She was like, we need to oil those cuticles. We need to put, you need lotion. You need lotion. And I'm like, I hate it.
That is really funny.
I hate it. I don't touch my hands.
So being a goalie completely fascinates me because...
You know what fascinates me the most?
One of the things that fascinates me about you is that you're from Canada.
Marianne what's her name? Marianne... I forgot it already. She's no longer a candidate for president, so she's long gone. Marianne Williamson, right? That's her.
You have this vantage point of the field and the team that nobody else does. You are alone a lot of the times.
Mm-hmm. You're allowed to touch the ball with your hands. Incredible. Okay, sorry.
It's definitely the highest pressure position. Is that something that you were drawn to?
No.
I think it's interesting. I played with boys growing up. I played on all boys teams. That was baseball, that was basketball, that was soccer. And it got to a point.
And we all know boys are more exceptional than girls. Just saying. We all know it's true. Right, ladies?
No.
Right, ladies?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Point where I really was an angry little kid. And I felt like the only way I could hold my own a lot was like I was a little asshole. Like I would fight. I would like slide tackle boys, like double both my feet. I'm like, or I'd like scissor both of their legs. I would do crazy stuff.
That's against the rules. Red card.
To show I belonged. Like it was my bossy way to say, they would always make fun of me. Like, oh, you a girl on your team. And I'm like, well, watch this, you asshole. And I would get a lot of...
Someone's like knocking on the door in their beige studio. Hello? Is this a sand dune? I'm trying to do some sandboarding. Oh, no? Oh, okay. Down the hall? Thank you. I just got confused by the lack of color.
Do you want to stop? Someone just knocked.
Yeah, that is really weird.
Unedited.
Hi. I'm Danielle. What's your name?
Eva with iHeartPR.
Oh, amazing. Okay, no problem. It's all good.
So,
That was raw. That was real. Hi. Okay. So we got a PR girly in the house. Got it.
I loved the game so much, and I felt so disrespected because I played with boys and I was always made fun of, that I started to foul people so often and get a lot of like yellow and red cards. My coach was like, you're a liability, we're gonna put you in goal. Because like you can get away with that kind of stuff back there. And also like, as I got older, the boys were a little bit faster than me, so I was like always on the ground, always leaving my feet. And my coach was like, you know what? You are born for this position.
Damn, those high heels are high. Those are like you're 5 feet tall. No, I'm now 7.5 feet tall. Jeez. I haven't seen a pair of high heels that high in a long time. That is severe. Your foot is on fire after 5 minutes of those. That's why they're sitting in these chairs, because there ain't no way that she would be standing for this long.
We're gonna put you in it. And I loved it.
You liked being alone, or you liked the pressure?
I just liked being able to get away with whatever I wanted. Like I could do anything. I was left alone. I didn't have to run all over the place. I loved it.
When you were playing on the women's team, did you, like when you're a goalie, you can have 10 saves and you let one through and you're the villain of the game.
Oh yeah.
Does that play a role into your mental health, or is it just like, no?
They always say the best athletes have short-term memory.
Really?
Yeah, you have to.
They say that about journalists too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Look at us just using the same.
I never have heard that about journalists. Actually, I've heard the opposite. You should have the longest memory possible so you can remember all the facts. But okay, yeah, you're right.
Little cute little tactics. You know, the thing is, the hardest part for a goalkeeper is we're not perfect. None of us are perfect, and we don't get to touch
Except for her. Just wait. Except for her.
the ball very often. So I had this like really bullish personality and like had this crazy ego in my head that I was like really good. So I like really enjoyed the pressure. I don't know. I never thought of it like, I can see people who get so nervous and they make really costly mistakes, and then one mistake turns into 10. And I kind of just have this like personality where I'm like, I'm not curing fucking cancer. Like if I make a mistake and a goal goes in, my life will go on. My children will still be at home. I still have this beautiful family. Like I always just had a different perspective on life. Soccer was just what I did. It wasn't who I was. I never spoke about soccer outside of like my life. I just had a really rich, beautiful, like full of substance lifestyle that I never took my job so seriously, so I never put that much pressure on myself.
Okay. Now, if I was coming into this blind, I'd be like, all right, that's a good perspective. I respect it. That I don't know enough about her to know if she's being honest, but okay. Based on the clip that I've seen, this is the 180-degree opposite of what she will say later in this exact interview. So I'm curious as to if our short-term memory loss journalist will ask her any follow-ups when we get to that point.
Do you know how rare that is for an elite athlete?
Maybe I'm a unicorn. I don't know. I just never felt like... Here's another thing.
Okay.
I'll tell you this.
Tell me.
Especially as someone who's like been on camera and you've done this for a long time. I think preparation for me always made me confident and not nervous.
Only
I think
her.
the only time I'm ever nervous,
Yes.
especially in life, the way I show up, if I'm doing a fucking test or if I'm doing like the SATs, I'm only nervous if I'm not prepared. Period.
She's so unique. Oh my God. It's so funny. She's like, if I have to go take my SATs, aren't you like a 37-year-old woman? When did you take your SATs? 20 years ago? What are you talking about? If I have to like fucking do my SATs or like go to chemistry class, like I'm not nervous. Okay. Yeah. Wouldn't think so.
So I'm never not prepared in soccer.
Do you feel that way in life though now?
I do. Like if I show up to an interview and I'm not prepared,
Yeah.
I'm a little more nervous.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, I know my shit, I'm good, I don't have to like question anything, I'm just natural.
I love hearing you talk about that because as an outsider, you look like you move through the world with ease. And I think the people that do that actually work really hard behind the scenes, but we don't ever really get to see that. So I think it's cool to hear you talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also like a total basket case and I'm such an emo and empath and everything hurts my feelings. So it's like,
Not an empath. Oh no, not the empath.
I happen to be an empath myself.
She's an empath. Okay, keep that in mind. Clock all these things. Put this on your radar, okay? This is something I think of and talk about quite a lot, like in my day-to-day life. People, everyone, I think, for the most part, is their own worst narrator. And that's what I'm coming to find watching all these interviews. People really have ideas of who they are. They really think that they know who they are, or at least the way that they present themselves. And then you'll see what they say about themselves and then watch what they actually say about others and about how they talk about things that aren't themselves. So for example, you're like, I'm a really healthy person. I'm a very healthy eater, whatever. And then you see them eating like with no care at all, just like gorging out on fast food every single second. Okay, that's a bad example, but whatever, you get the point. And you're like, so you tell people you're a healthy eater, yet I've witnessed you for the last month eat McDonald's every single day. Interesting. But that person thinks that they're a healthy eater and they're telling people they're a healthy eater. So is it even you? Is it you telling people you are? Does that even make sense? Like they're just saying, who are you as a person? The way that people describe themselves is almost always wrong. Everyone I meet, everyone I watch on podcasts, it's always inaccurate to me. Except for myself, of course. And I am a, hating biatch, and that is true.
Oh, why does the sky look like a grid?
Because she's an empath. Asari Shepherd, thank you so much. Asari Shepherd. Asari says, anyone claiming empath is a red flag to me. Yeah, I agree. Anyone who's an empath is most likely hates everyone.
You know who's there next Christmas? Nobody. You know who's there the next Christmas? Nobody. You know who's there the next Christmas? Nobody.
That's Santa Claus for people who are bad.
I'm banging the Christ.
Okay, final one.
Be elite.
Ugh, that's Ashlyn. She is so elite. Okay, back to it, sorry.
I told you, I have a lot of personalities.
You take everything personally.
Oh God. Yeah, I mean, I could have 700, like, I'm just like everyone else. Like, I could have 700 nice comments on a post and one is like really mean and I'm like, oh, that just ruined my day, thanks.
Well, the women's team fought for equal pay like it was a World Cup final.
Yeah.
Were you taking it personally? Did you take that fight personally?
I think we understood the magnitude. I think we were also just tired of being treated like shit. I think you get to a point where you're just like, wow, this is really how you view us, and how much we show up, and how much we win, and how much we sell out, you know, stadiums, and how little we get paid for it, and how little we complain about it. We just got to the point where, like, this is never gonna change unless we really double down and do it as a team, and it's gonna be painful, but we like had such a team that had the right personalities that honestly just didn't give a shit. Like, we were like, yeah, let's risk it all. Because what are they gonna do, fire all of us? Then who's gonna go win the World Cup? So I think we also had this really crazy ego type of team vibe where we were like, what's the worst thing that can happen?
To do it all together is powerful, because if one or two people come out, it's too easy to dismiss them.
Yeah, and I think once we had that conversation as a team, everyone was like, you know, you're stronger in numbers.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everyone knew we were being mistreated. We're still underpaid. It's not like we've made all these crazy gains. Like, everyone's talking. Caitlin Clark is still making $84,000 a year.
Yeah.
And making $25 million outside of sport. It's like Babe Ruth in 1930 made more than $80,000. So what progress are we really talking about? I think social, like, I think sometimes equity in sports is really, really hard to talk about, period.
Why?
And I don't think we're anywhere close where we need to be.
Yeah.
Equality in sport, like, we should all have a level playing field, period.
Yeah.
Like,
well, to me, your fight was particularly interesting because I don't agree, but I think.
I know. I feel like I don't know the full context here. I'm assuming, based on reading between the lines, that they had some sort of team strike, where they're like, we need to be paid more. But I would love some more details, because I agree with her. I think it should be an even playing field as well. But I don't know what happened. I guess maybe they'll explain it.
I think you could make a case for the WNBA that not as many people show up. It's not making as much money as the men's teams. You were winning more than the men's team. Yep. Tons of people were coming to your games. Like, there was really no refuting what you guys were talking about.
Numbers don't lie. Well, also,
I think with soccer, it's like tennis and soccer tend to be sports where the women's side of things are as popular, or popular in their own way. I know the WNBA is less popular, obviously, than the NBA and probably other sports as well. But I think golf too. Like, there are certain sports that it's an equal popularity, I would imagine. I think, based on my unknowing of anything. So yeah, those sports. I do think if there is a sport that is not gaining fans, even teams that aren't gaining fans, it's unlikely that that's a long-term solution where it's like across the board everyone gets the same amount. I just don't know how that would be economically feasible. As if I'm some sort of bean counter here. But yeah, I don't know. I would think soccer should, I would guess. But I guess it is a global sport, and probably in these other countries, I think American women's teams are popular. I don't know about how it is in Europe and South America. Let me know if you know, because I am curious about the context. Asari Shepherd says, can't stand her. Earn your keep, babe. Earn your keep, babe. She's not average. Okay, we're going to get to it. For that, I say.
Her charisma is straight up off the charts.
This conversation is just like the set. Beige and full of wheat and gluten.
Big facts.
Like, the men made more money just to show up and lose, which was like put that in perspective.
That says so much about our culture.
Like, I was like, oh. And we were with the US team more. We trained more than the men, because we used to have like residencies, and I spent more time training with that team than I did my club team. That never happens with the men's game. So we were investing and pouring so much more time. Like, we played a lot more games. Yeah, and we were like, well, where the hell is all this money going?
Years later, is there something that you feel like we as the public didn't understand about that fight? Were you guys dealing with crazy stuff behind the scenes? Like, were people talking to you crazy?
Oh my God. We like, you know, we started sacrificing our ticket sales to go towards lawyer fees. we sacrificed a lot. Like, it was messy. We said no to a bunch of like behind the scenes docuseries and movies and all of these things because all it was bringing more attention to the federation, more money in their pockets and not ours.
Yeah.
So we turned down a lot of things, which it's also money. So I do think people don't understand.
How does that make sense? People want you to do a docuseries about you fighting for the equality, and you're like, no attention, please. Okay.
Understand the cost and the time that had to be poured into doing that. I think we didn't realize the magnitude of how big it was going to get.
Yeah.
I mean, it was everywhere. And we were also like partying and doing ticker tape parades, and chants were going on in the middle of the World Cup. Like, it got wild. At one point, and I remember...
I'm with you, Hawkbit Tua. I think it's overall pretty boring as well.
In the World Cup in 2019, we had to
Don't
completely
hate me.
shut down a hotel. Like, there was one point where me and Megan Rapinoe tried to go get coffee, or I don't remember if it was like Indian food or something, and we got chased. We had to run. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Are we okay? Like, this is serious.
Wow.
They had to like frost the first floor of the hotel. Like, I mean, it was wild.
Did it feel like a win?
Wait, because people were mad? They had to run away because people were mad that they wanted more money? I'm confused. I lost the thread of the story. I'm sorry.
Do you?
It felt like a win that people started to pay attention, and then people started to be like, oh, well, my industry deals with this too. Like,
Yeah.
let's jump on board. And then we started teaming up with Time's Up with like entertainers in Hollywood, and it just became huge.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool that that's part of your legacy. Like, not everybody gets to stand for something. And the fact that all of you guys decided to do it, it's just, I get chills. It's like pretty miraculous.
It's shocking that women could stop fighting for 5 seconds and calling each other queen to advocate for a common cause. I have chills right now. I have deep body chills right now. Deep body chills.
You're not freaking fine.
Sorry, Shepherd. Thank you so much. Sorry, Shepherd says, I'm oppressed. Give me money. I need money.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. I need money. I need to run away. I need to run away. Hold on.
Your girl is a bougie bitch.
And that's why we need more money.
That's suspiciously like $500.
Am I right? Okay.
We have really smart women on our team. Like, we have some of the smartest people out there.
You played with Hope Solo for 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So I love Carrie Champion. I saw you on her podcast. It was a great conversation.
Thank you.
And you were talking to her about how Hope had like a very different style than you did in terms of like showing up every day. She kind of stayed to herself, it sounded like, and you were like more gregarious and more part of the team.
Yeah.
I know what it's like to have co-hosts, and
her name is Hope Solo, not Hope Duo. She has Justin Bieber legs, okay? She's got full-on tattoos as far as I know. She's yadded up from head to toe, literally. Well, not her head. From ankle to toe, I think.
When we have different styles and we show up and it's so vastly different, it's hard for me. Like, I start to feel like, because I'm a friendly girl. So if I show up and my co-host isn't friendly, I'm like, what is wrong with her?
Yeah.
What happens when you two are such prominent people on the team and come from such different ideas of what team means and how to lead?
Yeah, I think that my biggest thing that I had a really big issue with, like, as I was behind her for a very long time, is there was one thing I wasn't willing to like compromise, and that was how I showed up in the world and how I moved. And like, if you don't like the way like I am, then like unsubscribe. Like I'm not gonna change. And what I loved about her too is like, she showed up exactly who she was. And I think the difference between when I was playing and it was like the early, I think it was like 2009, 2010, every coach was like, you have to be more like Hope Solo. Well, I don't want to fucking be Hope Solo.
Coaches said that to you?
Yeah.
That's so offensive.
You need to be this. You need to, like...
How is it offensive? Is it offensive? Is Hope Solo... What's wrong with Hope... Is Hope Solo unhopeful? Bola... Oh my God. Okay, never mind. That joke's stupid.
You like how I trained. They were like building the next Hope Solo, and I'm like, I just want to fucking be Ashlyn Harris. I don't want to be Hope Solo, and I'm not gonna sell my soul to the devil, and try to like be this blend of what you expect. And it's not even about being uncoachable. It's just something I wasn't willing to lose. Like, I think in our industry, whether it's sports or entertainment, you have to never, like, I am the same little Grom who grew up in Satellite Beach, Cocoa Beach, Florida, dropping in on a half pipe. Like, I just never wanted to lose sight of who I was, where I came from. And I think
they were like, Hope Solo never drops in on a half pipe. Get off this skateboard, Ashlyn. We have soccer practice. And she's like, I'm out of here. She does a kick flip. Tony Hawk's the best. The GOAT. And then she fell over and broke her thumb again. They're like, God damn it. You have one job. It's to catch the ball with your hands. And now you've broken your hand again.
For a very long time, coaches kept being like, you got to fit this mold, you got to act this way. And what I love most about Emma Hayes, when she came in as now the new coach and won the Olympics, she was on Good Morning America, and she said, my job is to allow them to be exactly who they are. And that maybe is the secret sauce, because I think for so long with the national team, there's such rich history of such successful people. It's like, you got to be like this. You got to be like Abby Wambach. You got to be like Brandi Chastain. Well, no, Megan.
Abby Wambach alert. That's Glennon Doyle's girlfriend, wife, partner.
Rapinoe is Megan Rapinoe. You are not going to change her. So you might as well let her bring her full self to the picture, and let's like find a balance of good chemistry that is going to make us electric on the field, but not compromise who we are.
So I've always...
The thing is, like, this is a job. They're talking about income and, compensation and whatnot. It's like, if I showed up to my job and I was like, I'm going to be a marketer that has personality and you can't change me, they'd be like, well, we need a marketer who's got data analytics skills. So, peace. I don't know. It is a job at the end of the day. I get what she's saying, but, like, it's also like, if they need you to catch the ball more, like, you should probably work on it. If they're saying, hey, this other player catches the ball 90% of the time, be more like her. I don't know if it's like they're saying your personality is not as good as whatever she's saying, but okay, whatever, move on from this. It's boring.
I love sports movies, and I watch these coaches like Coach Carter, tough on the players but very inspiring, right?
Yeah.
I have a friend who plays basketball, and he was telling me that growing up, most of his coaches were pretty toxic.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Absolutely. I just, listen.
I'm shocked.
It's a softer culture. We are in a place where things are easier for the younger generation, and that's okay, because I'm sure the older group, when I got on the scene, a lot of these women were used to bringing their own water, bringing their own soccer balls, moving goals on and off. Like, when I got there was equipment men like doing this, and laundry dudes doing this, and people, they're just fucking everywhere. We didn't have to do anything, which made my life easier. I just had to focus on my performance. So like, I get it. But this younger generation, the work ethic is different. It is just a different mentality. It's a different entitlement. And this is just the evolution of what we do to make life easier for every generation. And we can't like be pissed and disgruntled about it. Like the way I was raised was a really in-your-face type of coaching, and the kind of get on the line and run suicides and until you throw up and life is hard and suck it up and rub dirt on it. It was just a different culture, and like kids don't respond to that anymore. Like that's abuse, or that's like targeting, or that's like.
But as somebody who takes no, thank you. Okay. It's okay. As somebody who takes everything personally, like you said, were you ever upset by them, or do you feel like it made you a better player?
I think the key.
She should have said, yeah, let's take a second because these sirens are annoying AF. Also, she's like, oh my God, toxic coaches, isn't that crazy? She's like, kids these days don't respond to toxicity. They should, but they don't. That was the subtext, I think, of that response, which is interesting.
For a successful player is having to learn your environment. Every coach is different. Every team is different. Every personality is different. And you like take in pieces here and there. Like I've had so much information, so many great mentors, so many great coaches, so many great people around me who have lifted me and made me better. And then you know, you kind of take what you think is going to serve you well as a human, or, you know, hey, I really like that, or I don't like that, or it's like, at the end of the day, it's up to me, you know?
So I grew up playing only solo sports.
Okay, love this.
Hope so, though.
No, it's horrible. When I hopefully have kids one day, I want them to play team sports. So I have a lot of curiosities around this.
Love this.
I'm obsessed with great teams. There's this book called Dream Teams, and the author is this guy, Shane Snow, and he breaks down like great teams.
She's obsessed. I'm obsessed, guys. Run, don't walk to great teams. Did you know that teams, when they get together and they have good chemistry, they can be great? I love that. I think that's so cool.
Over the course of history and what that secret sauce is. It's different for all of them.
Okay, so like, what is the secret sauce?
She's fine.
So that's my question for you. What do you think? I mean, you've been playing a team sport your entire life, and I'm sure you've been on teams that didn't have great camaraderie and teams that just had that thing.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what it is?
Money.
I think with the U.S. team, and I say this often, we are machines. Like the U.S. women's national team, we don't have the option for second place. It doesn't exist. Like to us, it's like a participation award. Like, I don't even know what that's like, but the expectation is winning at all cost.
Yeah.
Like you sacrifice yourself, your family, your own wants and needs for the greater good of that team. And that's what it takes to be a champion.
Yeah.
And we understood it. We knew that no one was cheating the system. When people weren't watching, we were doing the work. We trained harder than any...
Jump scare? What the hell was that? The editing on this is so interesting. Didn't she say in the beginning, she's like, I don't take myself very seriously. I just go out there and just say, F it. I'm just gonna like catch the ball and like chill because I'm gonna trip and physically assault the other people on the team. So I'm just gonna go back there and do what I want to do. That's all I want to do. Now she's like, we are disciplined every single day, and second place is participation trophies for us. I thought you didn't care and you were chill.
We just didn't cut corners, and we knew what it took to win. And we would never be settled with anything less than that. And it was this like competitive spirit that we had this mentality, and we say this often. We could have been down 3-0 in a game, and at halftime we walk in and we're like, we're gonna win this thing. I'm not stressed. Are you stressed? Do you really think we were not going to score 1 goal this entire game? Like, we just had that kind of mentality that had been instilled in us for so long that we always expected and thought we would win.
Do you try and instill that in your kids? Because that's so powerful. Like, I think half of achieving anything is just believing you can.
Yeah.
And that's a very rare thing for, like, all the talk about imposter syndrome, all this stuff in our culture nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people need that.
Yeah, I do. I think, but here's the difference. Like, we did the work, right? Like, people say that, you know, well, I want to do this and I want this, but it's like, what are you willing to risk it off at all cost to go for it?
Right.
And not many people feel like they give themselves permission to do that. So yeah, we're like, and listen, that's a whole nother topic. I think there are great qualities that's
This is Get Up at 4 a.m. coded. Excuse me. I'm dying. My gosh. Hakbiktua. I've been haktuing too much. Thank you, 4-letter. Thank you so much, 4-letter. Yeah. This goes out to you, 4-letter.
We're talking about something awful, terrible, the unimaginable.
That's Ashlyn talking about participation trophies. Okay. Back to it. Thank you.
Served us as professional athletes and absolutely hinder us as normal moving people in the world. I have a lot of unlearning to do.
I've heard you talk about this.
Oh yeah, I absolutely.
Why do you want to unlearn?
Because I have a certain expectation. I only know what it's like to live at the top, and the air is very thin. And
Okay, here it is. Here is the clip part that I found. And to answer your question, Angela Arnold, what would Louise Hay say about my coughing? She would say that I'm afraid to speak my truth, which is obviously true. I never say what I feel, and I'm always afraid to verbalize things, except when I'm talking for 7 hours straight about my opinions in a public platform. And she would say,
"Are you friggin' bonker pants?
Just believe and pay me money, and therefore
So sad.
You will be so sad."
This is so profound.
I found it, guys. I found the folder. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. This is the part. Everyone clue in. Key in right now. She's about to talk about how amazing she is. Okay. This is the part that got me intrigued. Ready? Here we go.
Live at the top, and the air is...
Why do you want to unlearn?
Because I have a certain expectation. I only know what it's like to live at the top, and the air is very thin. And I choose to be exceptional every single day. Like, it is literally a choice. Like, I wake up and I'm like, I don't know what it's like just to choose to be average. Like, I don't fuck with average people. They make me uncomfortable. I don't like to be in the same rooms, in the same spaces. I think...
like, it's contagious.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. But it's also not everyone moves in the world the way I do. And I have to be able to be okay with that. Like, think about it. I had the most exceptional 23 players in the world. Because it's not just the US. I had the best team in the world. We were the best team in the world. Everything I did and how I moved every day was the most exceptional people. So I don't understand how to be amongst people who just are like, you know what, I'm fucking good. I just want to like show up, do my 9 to 5 and leave.
But do you really want to understand that?
I do, because I think as you become a business person and you start running businesses and you start building and you start being in rooms that not everyone moves and shows up the way I do, and that's okay. And I have to learn, like, still how to get the best of people who maybe don't know how to choose greatness just yet, or they don't see themselves that way just yet.
I really like
the power of yet. I haven't become a complete asshole yet. Oh my God. Right? Okay, she started this conversation. Again, didn't I say people are the worst narrators of their own story? It's like, what type of person are you? She started off the conversation. I'm really laid back, chill. I just like go with the flow. I like, being in the goalie. She's like, wow, that's so rare for someone of your caliber. And she's like, I guess I'm just built different. Okay, flash forward. We're 24 minutes in. 24 minutes go by. She forgot that she said that. The short-term memory of a athlete, that's true. She did have that be accurate. Now she's saying she doesn't fuck with average people. She can't be around it. It's contagious. She doesn't understand how someone could just wake up and work a 9 to 5 because she's a businesswoman. And now that she's a businesswoman, she's forced to have to work amongst the average population so she can get them to do labor for her. Okay. What are my thoughts on this? I think this is insane behavior, a horrible, toxic mindset to have that is permeating our society at scale, unfortunately, because this is what Rachel Hollis thinks about herself and is too afraid to actually say out loud because she was extremely canceled for having these beliefs. This person is not popular enough and she's not a guru in the traditional sense. So I think she can get away with saying crazy shit like this because people worship Michael Jordan and go, why, Michael Jordan has this schedule and he does this and he doesn't accept anything but greatness. And people celebrate that. It's like, oh, this is a great example for life. Like if you want to accomplish something, you have to put in the baskets and practice. And sports gets a different, I think, arena, for lack of a better word, where they're able to have this toxic mentality and it's okay. It's more accepted over there. So I think she's kind of like in her own bubble. But when you come on a podcast like this talking about life generally, that's when I start to go, okay, you are up for scrutiny here. Because if this is how you really feel, how can you put, again, on your Instagram, like, oh, what did she say? Like, stay. Don't kill yourself. It's like, if I heard someone that I looked up to tell me I can't be around people who just work a 9 to 5 and think that their life is meaningful, like, do you hear yourself? I want to kill myself right now. Like, not really. Okay, I'm just kidding. But like, you know what I mean? Like, if you were to take what she's saying to heart, being average would mean most people, right? As the definition of statistically average, most people would not be worthy to live. She would not want to be here if she had our lives. Isn't that really something that she should reflect upon? Maybe? I don't know. I just feel like I'm like, are we really? And this person, I love this mentality. What?
Yes.
She's like, yes, I love this. Do you think Ashlyn thinks you're not average? Random YouTube podcaster? You both are average. I don't know. I mean, I guess you've had exceptional lives, but now you have to put everyone else down. It's like so mean. Anyways, let's continue.
Like that. I have a low tolerance for it as well, so I'm actually kind of learning from you in this moment.
Yeah, and I like.
You have a low tolerance for people living a life and not trying to win a gold medal and a gold star every second. You know how exhausting that is and how unfulfilling it is? I actually do think they know. I think they do know deep down, and this is a reaction to knowing that none of this matters at the end of the day. You could win 1 million championships, and at the end of the day, you could have an unfulfilled life. Doesn't that suck? Yes. We all have to come to that conclusion. I have a low tolerance for average. That's why she's treating these people that are trying to help her out. Hey, there's sirens going on. Do you want to turn off the camera? No, thank you. No, thank you, you fucking idiot. That's what she's saying with her eyes, because she's exceptional too, and she has low tolerance for people who are interrupting her, trying to help her with her audio. The set designer was like, do you want to add like a splash of color? No, thank you. Average bitch. Interior designer, beige interior designer. You think I'm gonna respect you? Ugh, I have a white microphone. What do you think? I was born yesterday? I'm an exceptional person. I'm a podcaster with 5,000 subscribers. Bow down to me.
That's the thing. That's where like your ego kind of, I have to leave it at the door. Like I had this insane ego that I could accomplish everything and anything I put my mind to. And it was really simple. I just did the work no one else was willing to do. And if...
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Just... That's not... Yes. Okay, if she got hit by a bus when she was 16 years old, this would not be her life. She would able to understand the rest of us. But that didn't happen, thankfully, right? But that doesn't change her as a person. That's the thing. It's like all the circumstances in the world work together in your favor. Be grateful for that and let everyone else live their life. I just don't understand this. Like, you have everything, yet, this is the power of yet you must go on a podcast and brag about it. And then when people have a negative response, lash out at them, at the haters, and oh, they're piling on me. This is such a weird thing that I think is new for the times. This compulsion to have an amazing life, it's not enough. Have to go on a podcast and explain how amazing your life is and put other people down for not having the most amazing life like you do. Get backlash and then get angry at the backlash. That is such a weird cycle. And then they're miserable because they just went through that cycle. It's like, whoa, you just lost what you had from us, average people, forced you into losing the great thing that you had because you couldn't just live. You had to be worshipped at the same time. And that's a problem. Okay, I'm done.
One door shut, I always found
let her
a different path. I think in life there's two types of people. When you see a speed bump, do you go around it because you don't want to hit the bumps? Yeah. I'm fucking charging that thing. I'm catching air, girl. I'm like in it. So I just think...
How? Give me one example of how you're doing that metaphorically.
I also have to check my ego and say not everyone has to be and live up to the standards that I place on myself. And that could be a huge turnoff for a lot of people.
I have a question about her.
Yeah. But again, I have to check my ego and not force it upon other people. Didn't you just say 4 seconds ago that you can't even be around people who are average because you don't understand? I don't understand people who aren't like me, and that makes me not want to be around them. It's like, oof. That's the definition of like, I don't know, ego flight. I can't be around anyone that's not at my ego level. It's like, okay, girl, you got an issue. You got an issue. Here's the tissue. Okay. Here's a beige tissue for you. In your beige room, you got problems. You're going to be here for a few years. You got to unpack this all. Okay, sorry. Asari, thank you so much, Asari, as always. Asari says, look out, she hates us plebs. Plebs, yes.
I want to be relatable. You are privileged AF.
I don't know this woman's background, but I'm assuming if she was on all these club teams young, which it sounds like she was like on the boys club team in Central Florida. She got to go to all these different places and she got to play like in high school and she got to do all these things and go on trips. You know, that's a privilege. Did you know that's a privilege? Did you know that a lot of kids want to play sports and can't because it's expensive? They have to have gear. They have to have people drive them. They have to have parents who support them to take them to things and like invest in this sport. You know, that's a privilege that you even had a chance to develop the skill that you have. Grow up. Like, I feel like they really have to think that they did it all by themselves. You have so many things going for you that are outside of your control that helped you get here. It's not just you going over a speed bump because you're better than people. It's an entire universe of luck in your favor. God, I want to just like get this through people's fucking skulls, you know?
Hard work versus talent.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this last night because I really love Doechii. I feel like she's like our generation's Missy Elliott in some ways. And it's just, it oozes out.
Yeah, Doechii. I thought I liked her, and then I saw how she was screaming at people, her team, of like not when she was at the Met Gala. And, you know, she was like, I need to be protected. Or she was like, just like railing at her team. I was like, I don't like you anymore either.
Out of her. Like that's, I don't know how hard she works. She seems like she works hard, but she has just this natural talent.
Yeah.
somebody like Jennifer Lopez, I used to work at Entertainment Tonight, and I would stay and listen to interviews late. And she always talked about how she was like, and she said it herself, I'm not the most talented singer, but I work harder than everybody else. She's gotten pretty far too. There's hard work, and then there's just like natural talent. Does there have to be a combination of both to be?
At the highest level of whatever profession you do, everyone's talented. Like,
but do you see players that just would like ooze it? Like, you're like, oh my God, how do they like running that?
Hope Solo. She's seething. I'm not Hope Solo. I will never be Hope Solo. Don't tell me to be Hope Solo. No, just 'cause I work really hard, just she oozes it perfectly.
It's okay to cry.
Oof. Hakbatua. Thank you so much, Hakbatua. They say, gotta leave to go watch the PWHL games. Some amazing young and hardworking athletes, many with multiple gold medals. I'm sure they never even heard of Ashlyn, what's her name? That's good. Ashlyn, what's her name? Bye. Bye. Bye, Hakbatua. We missed you. We'll miss you.
Deep belly laughs.
We'll be having some deep belly laughs while you're gone.
We're gonna get a little weird. You ready for me?
We're going to get a little weird in a second because we're going to hear about Jennifer Lopez and how great she is. What a great role model to have, Jennifer Lopez. Did you know she's from the Bronx? Did you know that she was in the Bronx before and she lived there and she used to eat ham wraps or something? Great example. Love it. You know, this is just, God. And it's like, this is the hard part about all this is that this is more the mainstream, that they feel totally comfortable having this conversation publicly because this tends to be the mainstream thought process, at least in the higher echelons of celebrity. This is how they all feel. So there's no shame in going, maybe I shouldn't say this. Maybe people will get mad at me. No, they don't think that because they keep themselves isolated and they have their followers that do everything that they like. They're like, oh, my people. And they don't realize, like, what the hell they're saying. So for that, I say this. Okay, here we go. Back to it.
That fast is just so easy to them.
Well, that's what I love. I say this all the time. You know, we throw around the term potential in sports. Potential just means you're not worth shit now. Like, you have to, like, potential means nothing. Like, yeah, we all have potential, but like...
Potential means you're not shit now. That's funny. That should be on a shirt.
What are you willing to do to get there?
Right.
Are you willing to do the shit no one else is willing to do?
Tell me what shit no one else is willing to do. Because if someone gave me $1 million to like work out every day and catch a ball, if I could do it, I would do it. So I think a lot of people would. Go on.
Do you cut corners? Do you expect other people to do things for you? Like, I don't know. I was just a...
Didn't you just say that everyone at the soccer stadium did your laundry and brought out the goals and did everything for you and that helped you hone in your craft? And now she's like, people who don't do things for themselves are losers. Do you have amnesia? What's going on?
Kid that was like, I'm gonna do this on my own. I'm gonna do it my way, and I'm gonna, while everyone's sleeping, I'm working hard. Like, I literally never questioned how hard I was working. And that, I think, is what kept me so driven and at the top. I always felt like someone was chasing me.
Were they?
I don't know. I mean, felt like it. You know, it's just like, we're so replaceable. Like, everyone's talented at the top. It is so easy to be replaced. So it's like, what do you bring to the table that maybe is a different piece of the pie that's going to make the entire group move and function better as a collective? Like, that's the secret sauce.
How's post-soccer life?
Amazing.
Is it more joyful?
Yeah, I think joy is a hard word for me. I think I'm learning. Joy is a practiced art for me. I feel much I feel much calmer and I feel more at home in suffering and pain, because that is the unlearning I will have to do as a professional athlete. I don't run out to training and I'm like, I'm gonna have a joyful day. No, I'm gonna suffer. I'm gonna fucking suffer today, and it's gonna be hard. And once I feel like I'm about to hit that brick wall, I have to go through it, right? And it's like,
This woman is confused. That's what I think. She's confused because she is she has the contradiction syndrome, where she says one thing emphatically, confidently, and then literally takes a gulp of saliva and then says the exact opposite thing. It's hard to follow. Do you like what you're doing or do you not? I'm confused.
I went to North Carolina. I went to Carolina. I won 3 national championships. My coach, Anson Dorrance, was one of the most incredible humans I have ever got the pleasure to be around for an extended period of time. And he would always say, during fitness day, you'll pass out before you die. So feel okay that when you feel like you're gonna die, you'll pass out before that happens. And it's like, we would run until we were emptying, like we were peeing ourselves and we were throwing up. And it's like, that's just, wow. That's what sports, that's what we show these kids.
And I'm missing, okay, I hope, I don't know if she even, maybe I'll give her a little grace here. Maybe she hasn't unpacked, as they say. Maybe she hasn't unpacked these things. Because this woman's confused. She doesn't know if she should be smiling in agreement with "this is awesome, you're peeing and shitting on yourself," or this is a horror story that is a lesson of we need change. We need to fix this as a society for our younger generations to not suffer like we did. It's confusing as to which team she's on. Haha, speaking of teams, which side are you on? Which team are you fighting for? Keep kids, rub dirt on your wounds because that's what makes strong champions? Or are we on the team of this was not worth it? I don't know. I'm hoping that we get some clarity.
What it takes. No pain, no gain. All the stupid shit we say.
Yeah.
So yeah, we find more. If I could sit in a dark hole, I feel it. I feel as calm as you would believe. It's wild.
Is your family like that? Is that like a learned thing, or is it just it?
No, like even my partner now, she's like, I can't work out with you. You're unbearable. And I'm like, oh, why? Because your ability to want to suffer. Mm-hmm. And then it's almost like you punish yourself.
Again, are we saying this is a good thing, or is this like a reveal? Is this like a self-own? I'm getting self-own vibes, but this podcast host is like laughing and going, oh, this is so great. This is so inspiring. And I'm like, wait, what?
Like, I'm not going to a gym to work out to just be like, oh, I don't want to be able to sit on the toilet the next day.
Like, always?
Yeah.
You can't just take a little Pilates class.
No. Do not play me in ping pong. Do not. I am a liability.
Wait, you're so competitive in everything?
I can't do anything with my friends.
I love people like you.
Yeah. No.
Why? She's saying she's miserable and suffering. Why are you saying? I love people who are suffering. I love to watch images from other countries, war-torn countries, and the suffering just brings me so much joy. I find joy in others' suffering. What a weird thing to say. What are you talking about?
Like, you were good at badminton in school.
I think I'm better than everyone at anything. That is my problem. And I am so cuckoos. Like in New York, everyone walks fast.
Yeah.
I'm not a fast walker. From sunny Cocoa Beach, Florida, surfer girl, just always like, when people are walking faster than me or trying to go upstairs faster than me, I will fucking run. I'm nuts.
On the streets of
New
York,
I will
even if
beat
you don't need to rush.
No, I will beat you. How dare you walk?
That's a disorder. This is a disordered thinking, so we all know and are aware. This should be a therapy session, and this person should not be encouraging this behavior. This is not healthy. Just so everyone knows. Cell phone. I've come to the conclusion.
Past me.
Their legs are longer and you're still gonna run.
I am a competitor. It's awful.
So you announced your retirement in 2022 and you said soccer.
She's going to the cards because she is also confused as to how she's supposed to say, oh, interesting. Seek help.
Wasn't enough. I think that's a pretty big statement for somebody to say.
Sorry, what did she say? I missed it.
You announced your retirement in 2022 and you said soccer wasn't enough. I think that's a pretty big statement for somebody to say. When I interview people that are at the elite level of anything, it many times is their life. Like it is enough. It fed everything that they were ever running towards.
Yeah.
When did you first feel like something was missing?
Sports for me was a means to an end. Sports, it was my ticket out of my circumstance at home. It was a way to get an education. It was a way to...
I am holding space that this is true, but based on how she's described her childhood, it sounds like she had a lot of support. But I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. But just based on how many opportunities she had, I cannot imagine that she did that without parental support. But I'm open-minded to me being wrong. But I'm curious as to what she is saying her circumstances were. Sorry Shepherd. Thank you so much. Sorry Shepherd. Sorry says, goalie is fortune cookie syndrome. She's so wise. What did Dr. Tua say? Ass face, what's her name? That's so funny.
Uh-oh. Amen. Yippee. Oh, my.
Whoa. Whoa.
Never drink fluids while you're eating food.
It's my PSA moment. Okay.
Make sure I was able to provide for myself and for my family. And I wanted a better life than what I saw as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I just had a different mindset because sport was such a necessity for me to not become a statistic, to not become a drug addict, to not be fucking around on the streets. Like, I
didn't know you grew up like that.
It's not that I grew up like that.
I didn't know you grew up like that. I didn't, but this makes the story sound more interesting. So I just hypothetically threw out that scenario. Yeah. Okay. Explain yourself, Ashlyn, please.
I just came from a really, like, it was a tough time. Like, my dad was hit by a boat when I was very young, and he could, had to be in the hospital for a very long time and lost his business, and we lost our house, and my parents lost their fucking mind. And
being hit by a boat is I shouldn't laugh, but it's an it screams rich person accident to me, but okay.
And it affects life, things you can't predict or plan. It affects everyone, and everyone's doing the best they can with what's being dealt.
Except for everyone, according to you, that they're choosing to be average, and you don't understand that they just are they're weasels and they take the easy way out. But okay, I guess you forgot you said that.
But you have young kids who are watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've had addiction issues, which for me is just unfiltered pain. It really is. Like, my brother's going through it right now, and it's just, and I say this to him all the time.
Sibling own. Just out his problems. Okay. Another siren, and there was like an explosion in the background. Should we cut? No, let's not cut anything. This is magic.
We spoke about this earlier. Like, we have to do the work. We have to really unpack the things that scar us, and we carry it, a lot in our lives. And I never took soccer too seriously, because for me it was like, great, I can't the poor audio guy is scared because he got a negative reaction when he's like, hey, sirens, it's too loud, we can't hear you. And she's like, no, thank you.
No, thank you. Pretty abruptly. I feel like he's not saying anything now, but he should. If he was an exceptional audio engineer, he would step in and say, we must stop this nonsense. No one can hear.
Family can't pay for an education. Great. I'll just get a soccer scholarship. People seem to really think I'm doing something here, and that's just the way I kind of rolled. I was like, this is my ticket out. But
Is
it's
it added
not
pressure though? Because like, what if you lose your soccer scholarship?
I've dealt with a lot worse things than that. I just
like what? Your dad got hit by a boat. Like, what else have you dealt with? She's like, I didn't want to end up on the streets. I didn't want to be on drugs. It's like, did you go through that? No, but I saw it on TV and I thought, nah, I'm going to get a soccer scholarship. Tony Hawk was the best. I don't know. Seems like she's cosplaying a person that she is not. It's the vibe I get. In high school, she was like student athlete of the year. So that's pretty celebratory, and it would be no surprise that you got a scholarship to college. But okay, whatever story you're telling yourself, I guess.
Never. I am one of those people that will always find a way. I think that's...
Oh, yeah?
I'm not scared to fail.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Like, I'm not scared.
She's not built like us. What if you lost your soccer scholarship? I would have figured out a way. Oh, okay. I guess we'll never know though. So what are you congratulating yourself for? I don't know.
Like what I've already been on food stamps. I've already been on government money. Like I've already watched, my dad go bankrupt in the house. Like I've already seen so much bad.
You're the only
one. What's the worst that could happen? And I'm lucky enough. I have an education. I valued as an athlete, not building for 4 years of my life, but 40. Like I really am a creative human. I'm an educated woman. Like I just have so many assets.
Good question.
To contribute to the world that like playing a little soccer doesn't define like me or the way I parent or the way I show up as a partner. Like, I just love life, and I want to live it to the fullest, and I don't take...
I love life, but all I do in it is suffer by my own hand. Okay. And I can't be around anyone. I can't be around the majority of people. And when we're walking down the street and we're walking together, and if someone is going faster than me, I must beat them because I have a neuroses for it. I love it, though. Everything's going great. Welcome, Alexis Artemis Green Howard the First in the house, in the house, in the house, in the house, in the house.
Show up at his house.
Sorry, house, in the house.
I am getting emotional right now.
I am. This story is so inspiring.
My job so seriously. And I think that is the problem why you see so many athletes go into like serious addiction issues, and so much of their identity is wrapped up in what they do. I'm like, bro, you're not curing cancer. Like that would give me stress. Yeah. Like, if I'm like having to find the COVID vaccine and this epidemic and that, yeah, I'm stressed.
When did you start going to therapy?
Never. I don't think she's ever been. I'm just gonna guess. Based on this conversation, it ain't working, unfortunately, if she has gone. She's like, yes, I started with a life coach. I started doing breath work, actually. I don't need therapy. I'm built different. Whew. Okay, what's she gonna say? When did you start therapy? Let's hear it.
Wow, I started therapy very young when I started acting out. When my parents were going through like a really bad time, I think 15, I started to go to therapy, and then I went into it and I kind of got away from it. Then I went into it in college, got back into it because I was like getting really heavily addicted to Adderall and misusing it. And then, started having kids and life was wild, had access to every sports psychologist, and then, you know, my life started changing, my marriage started failing, and then that's when everything picked back up. I was like, wow, I have a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Adderall did you start taking it because of like the crazy hours that you had, or weight, or what was the impetus?
I think I just loved to party. I loved being out. I mean, I was just taking it all the time. I would go days without sleeping.
She's like, I put in the work. I'm an athlete. I do things others don't. I will be a machine. And she's been an athlete since before high school. And then now she's like, I just like partying. It's like, which one is it? Are you a pure athlete that's never fucked up and is on the field and like cued in and ready to go? Or are you partying in college and slacking off? Like, what? Who are you?
It was wild. Like, I would take it before fitness. I mean, I felt like I was like gonna give myself a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
But I was, you know, I was crushing it. I was snorting it. It was like,
damn.
It was so problematic. Then I was like, oh, it makes me skinny. It curbs my appetite. I mean, it was just a toxic time for me, because it was the first time that I started to have my character tested, because I started to get injured. I tore both of my ACLs in college. So I was this like prodigy, 4-time All-American, and you know, could go to any college I wanted. I was playing for the youth national team, getting invited to play with the full squad, and then boom, one ACL, boom, another ACL. Then I ripped my labrum off of my hip. Then, I mean, just was one thing after another. And I was like, oh.
Sounds like an average person mistake to me. Doesn't sound exceptional to me to get injured. It must be tough.
So this is like the reality.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm not gonna have the life I imagine. And then I dug into, after I pulled myself out of a really, really dark hole, I
thought she liked dark holes. So confused. I'm so confused. I feel like I'm hearing myself talk about myself 6 years ago, where I'm like, I'm really happy and I've never been less excited about life. It's like, who are you? I don't know. I relate in a past life when I was talking to my life coach about like my feelings. I'm like, but I was aware it was a problem. I wasn't going around saying I'm an exceptional person with no flaws.
Really focus on my academics. And I graduated Carolina with honors, above a 3.5 GPA. Like, I just turned all my focus into my studies.
Did you just go cold turkey one day?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, I had to. It got really, really dark.
Yeah.
And then, like, I had to make some serious adjustments. And
Me too at first.
Anderson would have me read books, and I started reading, like, this book called Man Searches for Meaning, and it's literally about suffering and putting it, reframing it. And
it's about the Holocaust, I believe, that book. And it's like a man's, I haven't read it to be fair, so I don't know, but I heard it is kind of sometimes brought up in the self-help space in those like circles, like top 10 self-help books, and that one comes up sometimes. But I think it's an actual real life story of someone who survived the Holocaust and reframed it in their mind. It's my understanding. So I don't think this is a woo-woo book. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is.
Changed my life.
Do you feel like you've been through a lot?
I think we all, I mean, that's
what do you think, bitch? What do you think she's going to say? Sorry, I don't mean to call her a bitch. I don't mean it. I mean it in a funny way. She's going to say, yes, I've gone through more than anyone else ever. I've suffered more and I love it.
I think we all have a story. I think we all go through a lot of heartache and pain and beautiful moments. And I think that's what creates us. Like, a lot of people are always like, wow, you're so wise. You're so wise. You're so wise the way you show up. The way I'm like, I just really lived. I'm 39, but I've lived. Oh.
This is what I'm thinking this whole interview. She's so wise. She's so wise.
hard, long life with like
shut up,
everything and anything
hard,
in
long
between
life.
it. And I just
You've had a hard, long life. You're a 39-year-old retired, famous, rich soccer player. What the hell are you talking about? Come on, get real.
have a choice every day how I want to show up.
But that's the thing. Not everybody takes the pain and tries to turn something or turn it into something. One of the things that I noticed when I was preparing for this conversation is you are really dedicated to personal growth. Is that...
Give me the context. What does that mean? Dedicated to personal growth. I attend Tony Robbins conferences constantly.
A must when you wake up every morning, or is it like, where is that coming from? Do you enjoy teaching people things?
I think that I have a lot of trauma in my life, and I think I have a lot of scars. I have a lot of wounds.
Boat thing?
And I do not want to project and place that on my children. I think when you become a mom and you're molding young humans, your perspective in life changes a lot. You have to get your shit together because they see and hear everything. And I want to model for them. I just want to give my kids the best tools to be whoever they want to be, but at the core of them, they need to be good people. They have to be good people. How they serve their community, how they show up for their friends, like that matters. Like I'm not asking, when I was a kid, it was like, you want to be a pro soccer player? Like I'd write that on all my papers. I wanted to be like a police man at the time. That's how police officer, firefighter. Like I wanted to be all these people. And what I'm actually teaching my children is like, we have rules, and kindness is contagious. Kindness is currency. Like we have
kindness. See, I told you, these types of people who believe they're kind will say, don't touch me if you're average. I don't like being in the same rooms as people who have 9-to-5 jobs, has said this publicly without an ounce of self-reflection, goes, my lessons in life to other people is kindness is contagious. What the fuck is wrong with you? Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself, please. Please, everyone with a microphone, including me, put the headphones on and re-listen to these interviews that you give, because you are insane. 99% of these interviews I listen to, what you say is contradictory and insane. Okay, thank you.
Words of affirmation, and I want my children to want to be good people,
But all the things you mentioned are people of service.
Yeah.
So that must be a big thing for you.
She didn't become a policeman. She didn't become a firefighter. She became a professional athlete. So the fact that when she was younger, she thought about being these things does not make her a servant leader, okay? She thought about it. She didn't do it. There's a difference.
Yeah, I think there's no coincidence of why I'm such a big activist in my community.
Okay.
I say this often. I'm lucky enough to have won at every level. I don't have one trophy up in my house. I have my gold medals rotting in my closet in a Ziploc bag. Like, that's just not my legacy. What
is wrong with you? This is not healthy behavior. This is not a flex. Again, a self-own here. You have your gold medals, she describes it, rotting in a bag in a closet. This is something that you're proud of? That all the people that helped you and the team that represents this win is meaningless to you? This is something you should think about on a deeper level. This is not inspirational content.
Fucking collect dust on a shelf. Like, I just don't care. That's why I laugh.
Fucking cool.
But that's why I laugh.
How? How is it cool? It's not cool. It's a shame. It's a shame. All of that effort for what? To be embarrassed by it? I don't know. I hate this interviewer. I'm sorry. She's off base completely.
Legacy. What, for it to fucking collect dust on a shelf? Like, I just
She's an
don't
unhappy
care.
person.
Like, and that's why I laugh.
Fucking cool.
But that's why I laugh with you. I'm like, I'm not cool. You want a medal? Cool.
But I'm the same way. I like no pretense.
I'm the same way.
But where does that?
I don't have any gold medals, but if I did, I would throw them in the trash immediately because I also think accomplishment is required and necessary at every turn of my life, but it's also not that big of a deal, and people who win awards are lame and stupid. I feel the same way. Okay.
Where did that come from?
I think for me, it's not. I'm on this pursuit of excellence, not just in my career, but in my life. I want to be the best fucking mom. I want to be the best partner.
Yeah.
I want to be the best friend. I want to be the best daughter and the best sister. And I get it wrong all the time. But I learn from it and I grow, and it's uncomfortable, and it's like I stretch myself and I learn and I learn and I learn and I dive in. And like, I think that's the beauty of evolving.
You could dive in a little deeper into what you're saying right at this moment.
Like, I want to evolve as a human. I don't want to stay the same, and I work on myself because I'm a reflection of what my children see, and that's in my relationships, how I show up for friends, how I show up for them, how I show up and work my ass off for work. Like, they see it for the first time in me. So I want to be the best version of myself for them.
But if I am the best version of myself and I'm rewarded for it, I'm going to throw the reward in the trash because it's not cool or important. I don't care. Do you hear yourself once again?
Your podcast, Wide Open, makes more sense to me now because I was thinking you could have chosen a lot of different avenues, but you really have something to say and share with the world.
I do.
It's the most obvious avenue for anyone who has public attention from any other arena to start a podcast. But okay.
I live life through storytelling, and I find that we are in a really, really bad mental health crisis because of social media, because of
interviews like this, and people take it serious and go, I can't be average, and then they have an average life and they want to jump off a bridge.
Able to portray this bullshit fake life that doesn't exist. Of course I could, on my social media, I could put every highlight reel to make myself look like I got no problems. But that's just not like,
and you don't do that?
That's not life. Like, life is full.
Oh, okay, sorry. Let me just take a quick sec to take a look at the real raw skateboarding surfer chick. Hold on. I'm trying to scroll. Her children are named Sloan and Ocean. In case you were wondering. Oh, don't freeze. Sorry. It's frozen. It's froze. My computer is acting up. I don't know why. Hold on, everybody. Just give it a little second. My computer is extremely average. It didn't get up for the 5 a.m. workout today. Okay. Well, we're just going to try to, I don't know, open up something else. Gosh darn it. Okay, let's see if I exit out. Hold on. We're gonna take a brief intermission. Ready? Why is my computer? Oh, there it goes. It's working now. I'm gonna shut up because it's back and it's working. And now we got to continue the song. Oh, it looks like she's perfect. I don't just post highlight reels of my really cool life and my hot ass girlfriend who's a celebrity. I would never do that. I would never post at cool events that make me look really cool. I would never do that. Oh my gosh, is that a palm tree with my hot girlfriend next to me? I would never do that. Oh my god, here's me at crypto.com racing. This is not meant to make my life look good. Oh my gosh, look at my fashion. Hi, you like my song? Thank you. Wanna come up? Come up and say hi to everyone, huh? They miss you. They miss you. Tiro. Come on. I don't got no treats up here, but you can come and lay here. Come on. Okay, maybe she'll come. Okay, yeah, she looks like she's really not. Here's her with 7 celebrities. Here's her at an Airbnb event with more celebrities. More celebrities candid. Her on her own. More celebrities. Ugh, she would never post highlight reels. She's real and raw. She would never post her children either. Come here, my love. Come here. I pick you up. Hold on.
Everyone, give me a moment. Come here.
I got you. Mommy's got you. Now you're here and you're stuck with me. Hee. She loves it, okay? She's going to show all of you guys her butt. Because that's how she feels. All right, I just wanted to show that, again, bad narrator of her own story. I would never do that. Immediately sees exactly what she said she would never do. Okay, back to it.
Full of suffering. Life is full of ups and downs, and like I'd rather be prepared for it and have the tools. Like I had this analogy I said the other day, and it fucking came to me out of nowhere, but like I said, if I'm a firefighter running into a fire, I better have all the equipment on or I'm gonna fucking burn. And that's how I show up for life. I need all the...
So wise. Has anyone told you you're so wise? The other day I was thinking, I want a sandwich, but I can't have a sandwich if I don't buy the bread. So wise.
Tools. And I need to do all the work. So I'm strapped and ready for whatever is going to be, whatever life gives me. And it's not always good.
Why'd you name it? Why?
She's claiming firefighter as some sort of personality trait. To my knowledge, she's never as so much as doused a candle, doused a single flame. And she's trying to bring up a parallel between herself and firefighting. I'm like, I don't get it. You haven't done it. Become a firefighter now. Quit the podcast or do the podcast and become a volunteer firefighter. Then I will have respect.
Whatever life gives me, and it's not always good.
Why'd you name it Wide Open?
Wide Open for me.
Because of my legs. Okay, sorry.
Because of my sports background and the context of being wide open is really like separating yourself from the pack, right? Seizing the opportunity or the moment to execute. But for me, like, I see people.
I love you.
Like, I love storytelling. Like, I will sit, whether it's 3 minutes with you, 30 seconds with you, 3 hours.
She loves people, except average people. So she only likes certain people, okay? Just keep that in mind. She loves people, but a very specific type.
With you, and I'm going to look you in the eyes. I'm going to meet you right where you're at.
Yeah.
And if we have to cry together, let's cry together. If we want to laugh, if we want to talk shit, we're going to do it together. And I'm going to meet you right where you are. Because I do feel that life is meant to be led with people.
But not average people. Again, I will look at a celebrity in the eyes and engage in a conversation. Everyone should praise me for this.
Like, what's the best thing we can give? That's like, I just want to give people my time.
I just had this light bulb moment as you were speaking because I got to meet you at Shine Away originally. And you and Sophia left. And everybody I was with, we had to be there all day. They were like, Ashlyn Harris.
Sorry, there was like 2 people running like they just stole something outside of my window that I have open. It was weird. Is there a fire? Should I call Ashlyn? Is there a fire nearby? I need a wise woman who's never fought a fire before to come help me. Not average. Average need not apply. Okay, sorry.
Everyone was like, there was like a thing, like it was a magnetism. And there were a ton of people there that day, and they were left talking about you. And I was thinking to myself, she's really beautiful, she's well dressed, like, is it the vibe? Like, what is it? And it's that. It's because you are present and you see people and you are so there.
Yeah.
And that is the magic.
Yeah.
I saw your comment. Yes, we can get a click, click, click. Click, click, click. Wait, can we? Where did I put it? I'm like losing all my sound bites. Click, click, click. Where is that?
These people are con artists.
Where is that one? Clear, clear, clear. I might not have it anymore. Oh my gosh. I owe you a clear, clear, clear. I'm sorry.
As I was sitting in the cold plunge.
Great comment. That's really cute. I love that.
I'll get it next time. I'm so sorry. I don't have that anymore. I must have redid it. Sorry, Kelsey. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Angela Arnold. I've let you down. I'm an average bitch.
I think it's a gift. I do.
Yeah,
I don't think
I do
it's
too.
I don't think it's a coincidence. I think we all are so unique in the way we show up, and it's like fine.
I was just gonna say, sorry, I didn't mean to cut it off again, but when did it become okay to like have a podcast and be an interviewer where the only thing you do is blow smoke up someone's ass? That is what they all do. Was that what people actually want? I mean, the views on this are very low, so I guess not. But like, this is the common podcast trope where it's like someone asking questions and then someone going, "Yes, you are the best." Like the Meghan Markle interview. I mean, that was ridiculous. Like this looks more professional and sane than that one was. But it's like all the podcast is bringing the celebrity on and then kissing their ass for an hour and a half as the celebrity kisses their own ass. Why is this the most popular content in the world? Riddle me this.
Find your gift.
Yeah.
Soccer was never my fucking gift.
Huh.
It's not my gift to the world.
It was the avenue.
Yeah.
What's your gift to the world?
What I will never forget, it allows me to sit in rooms, to be able to talk about the things I've experienced in life.
Yeah.
And really connect with people on a deep, rich level, because like, that's what life is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not above anyone.
Jump scare. Whoever edited this is funny. It's like, oh, this moment's so deep. Can we get a close-up of her shoulder, please? I think there's a hair out of place on her shoulder. We need to double check on it. Let's just keep it in the edit. No one's watching this shit anyways. This girl's crazy.
Because like, that's what life is. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not above anyone. I don't have it all right. I'm very open with my children. If I need to cry, I fucking cry in front of my daughter. I'll hold her and I'll cry, and then she'll say, Mama, are you not happy? And I have to explain to her that sometimes it's okay to just let it out. Like, Mama has hard days too. Not a reflection of you. I'm not sad because of you. I'm not sad because of this or that. It's just like, it's an emotional process. I'm just letting it come out of my body. And for me, I don't want to teach my children to be perfect. We're not perfect humans. Like, I want to show them what strong looks like, what bravery looks like, but also like empathy and sadness and all the things that life gives us.
Good thing she's an empath, because she's uniquely qualified to teach others about empathy.
Like, I'm not gonna hide it from them.
You've had such a transformative few years. Do you feel like there's a part of you you're learning to embrace recently? You've always accepted all the things.
Mommy can't feel happiness, sweetie. Mommy needs to go into a dark hole right now where I feel more comfortable. Goodbye.
You know what, I'm doing a better job protecting my peace. I'm doing a better job of boundaries.
How? There are more headlines about you than ever before.
Well, fair. It doesn't help that I'm dating someone who happens to be clickbait, clearly.
What has
for
she
every
done?
fucking tabloid.
I've never heard of this person in my life. I've never heard of her in my life. Ass face, what's her name? It's so funny. I'm still laughing about that. Let's see what the headlines are. I'll just read them so I don't interrupt this. Ashlyn Harris says girlfriend Sophia Bush doesn't see my pain and scars as an issue, views them as a superpower. Wow, what a horrible tabloid headline to write. Ugh, the media is so mean. Where Ashlyn Harris and ex Ali Krieger stand after breakup. Soccer star Ashlyn Harris gets candid on her past addiction. That's about this interview, I believe. Ashlyn Harris says her queerness made her a soccer champion. Ugh, horrible. So mean of her to say that. Ashlyn Harris still rattled by biggest lie from painful Ali Krieger split. Okay, that's her ex-girlfriend. How Sophia Bush celebrated angel Ashlyn Harris on Mother's Day. Sophia Bush makes girlfriend Ashlyn Harris feel like the best human and mother. Okay, shut up. These are like the most glowing headlines and just a random assortment that you could possibly have. Oh, it's so horrible. The news is always saying I'm such an angel and a great person, just like I think of myself. Okay.
But honestly, I'm happy. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And I am in a position now.
I believe that so much.
Where I can protect that joy and happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it takes a lot of work because I'm not going to say, I am human and things hurt and things do penetrate.
Yeah.
But I just protect my overall like bubble. Everything has gotten tight and small and intentional. And I think it's okay to make big changes in your life if they bring you joy,
mm-hmm.
and they are right for you.
Thought she hated joy or something. Thought she doesn't understand joy.
And I just have done a lot of I've made a lot of hard decisions to change my life where it wasn't serving me. And now my boundaries are very clear. It's not me being disrespectful or, oh, she just doesn't talk this or that, like friends come in and out. I think we all need to learn. This is one of the greatest, like Anson gave me this advice when
I have a guess that Ashlyn lives in Montecito, because I agree. She's got the same vibes, the same bubble of Montecito, California, where Meghan Markle and Jimmy Kernelima live.
I was younger because I was I was into all the fucking things I shouldn't have been into. And he was like, you're an average of like the 5 people you surround yourself. Why do you surround yourself with those kind of people?
Yeah.
Like find the smartest people in the room, sit with them, be friends with the scientists, be friends with the doctors, like,
mm-hmm.
and it's the truth.
She's friends with scientists, you guys. Okay.
It's like, now I'm in
She's a firefighter in her mind, and she's also friends with scientists, for sure.
Position where I can choose who comes into my space, and I choose wisely.
Yeah.
And I know that like hurts people's feelings, but at the end of the day, like I am such a giver, and I am in an industry with such takers. Like I have to protect my peace and energy.
But
she's such a giver and in an industry of takers. What industry are you in? I don't even know. I have no context. What industry? Women's sports or podcasting? I'm just such a giver.
A different sort of tune than I heard a year ago, because that interview with Carrie Champion, you said you didn't like yourself.
No.
And I like almost teared up hearing that, because I can't, but like, because you give so much,
mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe you didn't like the person you were.
We got a 4-alarm. The smoke up the ass is becoming unbearable. We can't see. Zero visibility here. Smoke up the ass has now entered the beige room. Girl, she obviously hates herself. Have you been listening to anything she said? She's not happy.
Well, I spent a decade creating a life for myself that I thought was meant for me. That wasn't. And I...
Honestly, okay, here's another little thought I have sometimes. These people, the host right here, is actually, and I'm saying it facetiously, I don't think she's actually a bad person, but those are the people in your life that are actually really bad for you when you're saying things out loud like, I can't do anything but suffer and I'm crying in front of my children all the time and whatever, and you're telling these things and you're like, I'm not happy, I'm like whatever, and they go, that's so cool. And then you think you're trying to express yourself and you're maybe hoping for some honest concern. Maybe it's a cry for help and you don't even know that you're saying it. And you're like someone who's not listening to you or is in there for their own reasons selfishly, they are going to now blow smoke up your ass and not actually hear what you're saying. And then it's almost like, it's like the wrong type of confirmation bias. Like you're saying all this crazy stuff and this person's not reacting in a concerned way. So now you think, I guess no one cares. Or I guess this is fine that I hate myself and I'm telling people this. I guess this is fine because no one's reacting. Those people I think are dangerous. You really need people around you that are comfortable enough and confident enough to say, are you okay? Are you okay? Because what you're saying is concerning me. Now, obviously, this is an interview, but still, like, this is a good example of it.
Built this beautiful life with these beautiful kids and their mom, and once I got in the walls of it, I was like, I don't belong here. Like, it's
What's
the
that
most...
like?
Yeah. I mean, it's the scariest thing to come to realize. It's hard because as women... It's not easy for us to do the brave thing. It's not easy for us to put ourselves first because we're taught that, like, especially, and this is the unlearning, like, I play a team sport. My shit and struggle can't impact other people, right?
Whoa, great
My
point.
job is to show up and leave my bullshit at the door and give this team what it needs in this moment. Well, it's come to find out, in therapy, working on myself, it's a really fucking toxic trait because my problem is I rather lose myself in the process to serve the team than myself. Of course I hated myself. I didn't even know who I was.
What was the spark for you then?
It's not past tense.
I don't know if there's necessarily a spark. I think it comes to a point where you are at the end of the rope and you either put it around your neck or you drop it. That's where I was.
You were that unhappy.
Yeah, I was miserable.
I'm so sorry.
So I also...
I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to help you now either. Okay.
I wanted more for myself and I wanted more for my children on what their expectation of love is. Like, how am I... Talk about being like, imposter syndrome or whatever term you want to use. Like, how am I going to try to teach my 4-year-old daughter about being like strong and independent and loving her body and herself and her worth and all these things when I fucking hated myself?
Even though you didn't like yourself, did you love yourself still or no? Like, did you let things go, like things that make you happy, like eating well and working out and...
Yeah,
what?
I mean, I was a mess. I looked terrible. I gained weight. I wasn't working out. Like, I wasn't eating healthy. Like, I was using a lot of, like, smoking a lot and just numbing. Just unprocessed pain.
Yeah.
And I think in therapy, when I finally heard my therapist say to me, is this the type of relationship you would want for your daughter? I was like, oh, fuck.
Like, I heard Glennon Doyle say that once and it knocked me off my chair.
But it's the truth. It really is the truth.
Women learns empathy for first time through Glennon Doyle podcast. Would you want your daughter to have this relationship? No. Knocked me off my chair. Aren't these basic principles? Okay.
Truth. So much of who we are as moms is really trying to give the best to our children, but weirdly not willing to give the best and feed ourselves. You know, there's a reason why they're like, put your oxygen mask on first before you help anyone else.
God.
And I think
if I never hear that analogy again in the self-help space, it'll be a wonderful day.
So long, I was catering to the needs of everyone around me but my own, and I lost myself in the process.
Well, you lost two big parts of your identity at once, even though I know you said you don't put that much stock in soccer, like your career and your marriage kind of all unraveled around the same time. Did it feel like you were uncovering parts of yourself in this process, or were you always there and you were just rebuilding?
I don't really know. I don't feel any kind of way like when I walked off the field, you know, when you see people who like really tear up and really like take a moment and have a retirement game. I had another year like on my contract. I just like didn't enjoy it. And like if I'm not enjoying it, that means like I'm not a good energy or light to be around, because I'm not like, if I'm not enjoying it and I'm away from my children, you know, it's not like I made life-changing money. For me, it just like wasn't fun, and it wasn't fun for a long time, and I felt like I had to do it. Like I felt like I got to live this long career, and I've got to check all these boxes, and I just didn't have fun. I didn't love it. I didn't love it, and I was tired of fighting. I think that's what.
Fighting what? It sounds like bullshit. First of all, it sounds like she got pushed out, or there's something else going on. I didn't have fun anymore. Give me a break. That's why you walked off with 1 year left on your contract and you could retire. Something ain't smelling so good. It smells like smoke left over from the smoking. I don't know. Okay.
People don't realize. I was tired of fighting every day for the most basic shit, like good accommodations, good food. Just like in women's sports, everything is a fight.
Wow.
And give me an example. Give me an example of this. I feel like this sounds like diva behavior, but I could be wrong. I'm sure the men get whatever they want. I don't disagree with that. But like, what were you asking for? Because you did say 20 minutes ago that everything was taken care of for you. So what? Like, you didn't get to go to Nobu every night, or what?
At some point, you're just like, this is just taking so much energy, and I'm not enjoying being in the space anymore. I gotta get out.
That's crazy that wore you down.
Oh, I was exhausted. I was just so tired of the BS. I think
it's so crazy that you didn't get the dinner that you wanted. That just wore you down. It's crazy. That is kind of crazy.
Every team I went to, it's just like bad hires, bad management, bad this, bad coaches. And I was like, this is just like, I don't get paid enough to deal with this.
I don't know if you'll answer this, but does any part of you want to like do it on your own? Like, would you ever kind of try and
start a solo soccer team, just you in the field? How many goals you can make? I win. I'm exceptional.
Out your own program, or is that?
They always say, what's the funny thing they say? If you're a billionaire and you want to become a millionaire, buy a team. It's the best way to lose money. So I'm good.
Got it.
And I don't have billions of dollars to piss away. So
that's good.
I think for me right now, I have a lot of healing to do. I think there's no coincidence why so many players step away from the game and don't really come back.
You see that a lot. You're right.
Think about it, right? Think about like Abby Wambach. Think about Lauren Cheney.
Abby Wambach is living the high life with a podcast and a book deal and all of that. She's doing good monetarily. The averages of the world are worshiping her from the, interwebs. What would the purpose be of her coming back right now?
Holiday now, even look at Megan Rapinoe. Like, Alex Morgan is really heavily involved and, always has been in investing money into women's sports. But I think we have to heal.
Heal.
And take space to appreciate the pain, the struggle, the sacrifice, the joys, like all of the things in
We have to heal to take space.
between. It's like a breakup.
Yeah.
It's a process.
It sounds like it the way you're describing it.
It is. And it's like, I gotta be really honest, like, being a female athlete was not easy by any means. Like, it was a fight all the time to just like get what you deserve. It's just this uphill battle that like you can only fight so long before you have to pass it to the next generation and say like, I don't want to lose myself anymore in this process. Like, this fight is no longer my fight. I've like checked the boxes, I've done the things, and now it's your turn to take over.
That's part of the protecting your peace that you mentioned. You've gone on record in almost every interview talking about your divorce. I'm so curious about how you decide to talk about it.
And I don't know much about her marriage, but I did read that they adopted their kids, or at least one of their kids, like a year before they got divorced, which I find to be also kind of common. And I find that unfortunate to put a kid through that. That's, going through their own stuff already, and then you get divorced. I'm like, I guess things happen, whatever, but to me, that's like kind of a crazy move to do that, to go through the process of adopting a child and then within a year or two to get divorced. That's what Rachel Hollis did, and I thought, and Dave, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. It has to be really bad, in my opinion, to not give it a little time. But, whatever. Okay, let's see what her answer is here. That's my judgmental judgment, okay? I'm sorry.
Because I think if I were you, I'd be so nervous about how do I even describe all of this?
I mean, there's, I think we all have to heal. Like, I'm an open book, and I heal by like talking about it. And a lot of people go through it. Like, a lot of people, have gone through such pain and making hard decisions and somewhat very selfish decisions. And
what are you saying?
I'm
an open book is more vague than I've heard her the rest of this interview. I'm such an open book. People make hard choices and decisions. Who are you speaking of?
I don't have anything bad to say. Like, the difference is, I talk about it, but I talk about how great she is. All I want is for her to be happy.
Yeah.
Just wasn't with me. And that's okay. Like, that is okay. We have two
Okay, can I make a comment? She looks like, and I like how her hair looks, don't get me wrong. I think she's very attractive, like, in many ways. I like her style, I like her hair. I like her whole vibe, honestly, like, aesthetically. But doesn't she look like she's like mid foils? Like, she's doing her roots. She's getting her roots done, and she's at the salon. She just came over to do this interview. It keeps catching my eye, and I'm like, wait, what does this look like? And I'm like, oh yeah, it looks like someone is getting their roots touched up, and they don't want to mess up the low lights that they already got. Okay, I just had to make that comment.
Children that I am absolutely obsessed with, and they have two great moms. And they have two very amazing, safe homes where they feel loved. And that is okay too.
I read that you said you didn't want your storm to become your kids to bear.
So what?
Do you feel like you've sacrificed for them?
I think we all sacrifice for our kids. Like, that's 100%. But I had a choice every day when, I felt like it was a success waking up. Like that was enough for me. Like I had to wake up, put both feet on the ground and put one foot in front of the other. And then
I thought every day she woke up exceptional, and she doesn't even understand how one person could wake up and not be perfect in every way. I'm so confused, Ashlyn. Why are you looking at me? Don't look at me. I'm confused.
and life was really, really hard for me when I made, you know, that decision to leave and move out and start over. And it's a scary, scary decision to make.
I'm scared.
Takes a lot of guts, Ashlyn.
It does, and people don't talk about it, and people are so quick to judge. People are so quick to think they know someone. You don't know shit until you've walked in my shoes. You don't know what I've gone through.
Yeah.
And
Tell us.
the hardest part was,
Please.
you know, I had to show up for those kids in the hardest season of my life, and my pain could
That's your choice and a sacrifice that you make for your children.
not become theirs. So it really legit was like in a fucking time of complete storm. It's like I was just holding the umbrella up and protecting us. Like I could not let my shitstorm become theirs. Like you talk about this evolution of being a better human and doing the work. Like
Humans.
yeah, I had to, because I was damaged. I'm still damaged. Like I'm still figuring it out. I'm still doing the work.
Oh, wait, everyone. That just reminded me. For some reason, it clicked in my brain where the clear, clear, clear went.
Clear, clear, clear.
I moved it to the poop folder.
Ooh, shit.
I do number 2.
They're going to be dropping some really powerful, amazing, life-changing shiz.
A rectal insertion.
There you go. That's my poop folder.
Yeah. And I still get it wrong.
You look glowy though.
Oh, that's
You're glowy doing the work.
That's Charlotte Tilbury makeup, actually. I'm just kidding.
So I ask almost everybody this who is in a partnership that they seem really happy in.
She's got tiny hands. This award-winning journalist, very tiny hands. She's so petite. I love it. I wish I had hands like that. It's like such an interesting. What's the word? What's the proportions?
Mostly because I don't know that I've ever felt that thing.
Mm-hmm.
What does it feel like when you meet your person? Like, how do you know?
Come here.
Oh gosh.
Come on. Who's her person? The person she got divorced from?
I don't really know. Everyone is in search and needs something different.
Mm-hmm.
Like we all have such different love languages.
Yeah.
I think for me, I just always wanted a certain type of love, and I was like, oh, that shit's only in fairy tales and books. And then when I really allowed myself to receive the kind, I had to be worthy enough. I don't necessarily think it's about anyone else.
What are you saying?
We have to be selfish enough and know ourselves enough to know the things we want and need to move in this life that makes us happy.
What?
And I don't know if I knew that in my last relationship, so I always felt like I had to convince someone to love me this way or want me this way or show up for me this way. And I think I constantly was let down because I was never met with that.
So you feel fully seen now, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, but I'm also very clear with the things I want and need. And I don't know if I really knew that in my last relationship. As someone who started this, I started dating my ex-wife when I was 26.
But do you feel like it would have gone differently if you had more of a voice? Sometimes I feel like it's just the person, right?
No, yeah. I mean, I'm a very, affectionate human, and I, love the fact that my partner now, literally, if she could crawl in my skin, she would. I just know the things I'm willing to compromise and the things I'm not.
Yeah.
And I wasn't there before. I think we don't ever have to feel trapped in something that doesn't serve us. And I think as women, we get this idea that we've kind of dug this hole. We've got to like sit in it and make our bed.
Yeah.
And
no, you think that. You said sitting in a hole 3 times during this interview. You're in a hole that you dug yourself and you say you like. That needs to be unpacked.
I kind of just was like, I have one life to live. I'm on borrowed time. And I just wanted more.
You're on borrowed time? What does that mean? You can't just drop a sentence like that and not explain. What do you mean you're on borrowed time? Care to elaborate? What?
And I was so scared to say that and acknowledge that because I knew I was going to hurt people along the way. I was going to really hurt people. But do I minimize myself and live a life full of regret and the things I don't preach? Or do I make the hard decision, do the brave thing, and be ready to receive the love I've always imagined? And now this fucking unicorn fell on my lap. You know, there's no coincidence, right? Like,
oh, you think like the universe showed up for you because you showed the universe you were courageous.
I mean, it's just like the way it all happened. And
the universe is here to serve me. Everything that I do is divinely ordered. People who suffer must have been a bad person in a different life, so I don't have to think twice about how things are not equitable. Been down this road before.
Friendship groups and like being open and honest about not being happy, and it was just like wildly timing. Like timing is everything.
Yeah.
And I think when the universe delivers something to you and you're open to receiving it, it's like, yeah, it's like that weird invisible string theory.
Do you ever wish you could put the toothpaste back in the tube at all? Like, do you feel like you're okay talking about things, or do you feel like...
Yeah, I don't have anything to hide. That's the thing. Like,
there's
I don't
a
think I
dog
am
now
always...
that's having an attack. He's attacking a family outside. Like, keep it going. This is gold. We need this. We need to hear if she wants to put toothpaste back in the tube or not. But there's a ferocious wolf outside. Yeah, keep it going. It's fine. We don't care. Thank you.
He's this perfect human who has made every perfect decision, and like, I am not by any means, and I am learning every day who I am, who I want to be, how I want to show up.
Who I am
and like,
is who I want to be.
Journey of just trying to be the best parent and the best partner
Single
and
mom
human I
who
can.
works 2 jobs,
You
who
know, while
loves her
doing the
kids
work
and never stops.
Working my tail off, and it's like,
with gentle
at the end of the
hands
day,
and a
I'm just
heart
doing
of
the
a
best I can, and I'm okay
fighter.
with that. Because I am actually
Ashlyn's
in my body.
survivor.
Like, I'm in my skin. I feel the things I need to feel. I'm not disassociating, which I got so good at.
An empath that
based on, again,
dissociates.
the unlearning I have to go through.
A goalie that
as being like
integrates.
a very, very professional player. Like we all disassociate. Like
A soccer star with stars in her eyes.
Hat to say things are good. Like, I just gotta show up and give my best for my team.
Yeah.
No matter if
Dating
my
the
whole life
girl
is
from
crumbling
One Tree
outside
Hill.
this field. Like, we are
She's
really good at that.
A giver and
one of the things that I think is really cool
loves
is
the thrill.
You both have a real heart of service. Like, advocacy seems so important to both of you. Do you feel like
advocacy seems so important to you? It's not, but it seems like it is. That's very astute. Whatever your name is. Crystal G. Thank you so much. Crystal G. Crystal G says, thank you, Kia and Taro. Keep up the good work. Taro, you got a shout out. She says,
I am getting emotional right now. Oh my gosh. Share this episode with every single person that you know.
Please.
Does she work?
No one's ever seen this before. Huge. This is huge. This is huge. Big. It's big. Big.
That's
big.
That's what people say when I walk in the room.
This is so profound.
That's what they say when I say a word in a room. Thank you so much, Crystal G. I appreciate it. Okay, we're almost at the end. We're so gosh darn close.
Like, her commitment to advocacy has fueled yours, or you've always been in that space?
Yeah, I've always been a very, so she's very...
I'll go back to my song now.
Political forward in terms of activism, which is like, she's so informative and so, like, she's smart.
No, she's like really good. I was at the Times Women event last week, and a lot of times you would not expect an actor to be the most interesting person on the panel when you have like experts in their fields. She was by far the best.
It's insane. She's the smartest human I know. And it's like so sexy and fun because I'm like, you are such a nerd and I'm such a jock. Like
she's such a nerd.
She's a theater baby with asthma. I am this like unhinged, unfiltered, unbuttoned tattoo athlete. Like, we are so different. And it's we're such empaths. We're such lovers. We're such givers. And
they're both givers. Okay, until they get broken up with, and then all of a sudden it was like, I was never loved in my life. Then that'll all change. We're such givers. I give. In my last relationship, she was taking everything away.
She makes me better every day. Like, I'm the luckiest human alive, and I've always been a huge advocate for the queer community, as that's something I'm really proud of, and how I identify. And now I've really been able, she's always, been an ally of the queer community, but now bringing her in as like really a part of it has been so cool for me.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean,
Explain.
She was married to a man.
Are there like things that people have to learn?
Well, I mean, fuck, I don't know, but like all of a sudden she woke up and she's like, well, you know what? I've tried to check all these boxes with all these different situations. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
And like, I'm proud of her for doing that. At 42, like, that's a really brave thing to be like, okay, this is not making...
Okay, just so we can all know, Sophia Bush was married to Chad Michael Murray. A shout out to Chad Michael Murray, the hottest dude in the... No, he was in the OC. In the One Tree Hill area. And then she was married to Grant Hughes for 1 year. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? He is an entrepreneur and investor who has worked in education, tech, and real estate. He co-founded Focus Motion Health, a machine learning software company that uses body sensors to track movement and provide personalized health advice. He also founded Drink Good Wine, a startup that curates natural wine for its members. Hughes is also the owner of BLRE Investments, a real estate investment and management company. So what does your dad do, though? That's what I need to know. If you're owning a investment company fairly young, what did your dad do? That's what I need to know. Let's take a look, shall we? We all know who Chad Michael Murray is, so we don't need to investigate him. But who is this guy? Book club, sipping natural wines. He runs through Manhattan. He's got elephants. He's a wino. But what's his dad's name? That's what I need to know. There he is. Okay. It says One Tree Hill actress and Hughes were friends for nearly a decade before their relationship turned romantic during the pandemic. The couple were linked in 2020 when they were holding hands in Malibu. They got married in Oklahoma after 13 months. Bush filed for divorce, but they're good friends, quote unquote. 2 months later, Bush began dating professional soccer player Ashlyn Harris. Okay, so I think, is there overlap? Do we probably suspect? Okay. He grew up in Oklahoma. Okay. He attended the University of Oklahoma. He later attended Loyola, blah, blah, blah. Okay. He's an entrepreneur. What's his dad's name? Okay, I'm being a bitch. Kobe Bryant invested in his company. That's cool. After finishing his education, he began working at Shift, a lifestyle platform founded by producer Peter Glatzer and actor Adrian Greener, which aimed to convey a more sustainable approach to the way people live through... What? Okay, just listen to this explanation of a company and tell me what the hell this means, just for a second. He began working at Shift with no I, SHFT, okay, a lifestyle platform founded by two people, which aimed to convey a more sustainable approach to the way people live through film, design, art, and food. This is a pet project if I've ever heard one before. What does that mean? That's not a company. He later co-founded Focus Motion. Okay, that's the machine learning thing. And now he's in the wine. Okay, he loves reading. Good for him. He and Bush met with a couples coach before getting engaged. Okay, well, there you go. Interesting.
Me happy, and I've always thought about this, but I was like...
His dad's name is Howard. Okay. Howard Hughes. That's a famous person, right?
Felt like I had a place. Mm-hmm. And now she's like, you know what? I'm just going to be me. And she grew up early bots of Hollywood. I mean, she's
And
been
kind of a
through
child.
it. She's been through it. We were, you know, like, lucky. We say this all the time. Her best friend says this, and it fucking kills me. We always laugh that she is so good. She's so well-rounded. She's so incredibly intelligent. The way she was like raised by One Tree Hill and all these early social stigmas and skinny this and paired against every other girl. I'm like, we always laugh. We're like, no wonder you're not chewing your hair in the corner. Like, it's the truth. Like, we were shitty to all of those women who grew up in that early generation. It's the Paris Hiltons. It's the fucking, like, Lindsay Lohan. No wonder Britney Spears has gone. I mean, we did that to her. We did that.
I just was talking to Raven Simone, who has so much PTSD from that time.
Yes.
Like, it really affects people.
Like, to those women.
Awful.
And media is still awful. Mm-hmm. It's like 20 years later, so still deals with it. The tabloids, clickbait shit, everything full of just stories that just aren't even true to attack people. I mean, they're awful.
But what's it like for you to be a part of that now? Because you had a certain level of fame before, but this is like very different for people to be in your personal life like this. Do you care or not?
Like,
you don't give a fuck.
I think she was offended by that. She's like, what do you mean I wasn't famous before?
Fuck. Yeah.
No Google alerts.
No. If I've learned anything, the tabloids are an absolute joke.
Yeah.
And they literally will run with anything. And that's how they make money. Like, it's all good. Like, no one cares about this beautiful love story. People want, like, the drama. Like, humans thrive off of the drama. And, like, you know, we're just so desensitized to reality, and we've done it to ourselves.
Is there a part of like Hollywood life that is fun, actually? Is there anything you're enjoying?
No, I hate all the events. I go to all these events and she loves it.
Shut up. You really hate all of them? There's some that must be fun.
The only part I liked was the Elton John event we went to on Sunday, the Oscars party, when Elton and Chappell Roan started singing, because no one can talk to me and I can just enjoy the music.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do we believe her? Or is this another self-own where you look on Instagram very happy, but you hate it? So why are you doing it?
Are you an introvert at those things?
Oh my God, I'm exhausted. She goes into these rooms and she's like lighting, yucking it up. I can't even move. She talks to every single human. She has a spiritual gift of something that allows her to do so. She's never met a stranger. And then I'm an empath. Like,
oh my God.
I can look at someone for 30 seconds or they make eye contact with me and I'm like, I like take on their emotions weirdly, or I feel their pain, or...
I people being empaths are actually projecting their own unhappiness outwardly because it needs to be healed. It needs to be healed. So they're looking at others and going, that person I'm feeling something that you'd like to be in holes, even though that's how they're feeling, but they're unable to look at themselves honestly in the mirror. So then they go, empathetically, you need to work on yourself. I think it's a way that your brain is trying to help you subconsciously, I think, perhaps.
I feel like I leave those rooms and I'm like, I need to lock myself in a room for 3 days.
It must be hard for you to get into an Uber.
Why?
You could feel if you feel everything.
I was like, what?
Talk to me about your fashion. Because it's really, I was looking at old photos.
They didn't show her reaction to that question, but it was probably like, what? Why would it be hard for me to get into an Uber? Because there's people in an Uber. Okay. It's harder for me to be in a train station because I feel everyone's emotions and there's rats. Ew. I kept it on her and was like, okay, move on to the fashion question.
It's really evolved over the years.
Yeah.
And you seem like such a deeply creative person. Is it an outlet for you?
I love it. Yeah, I totally dress. I whatever I wear is based on how I feel in the moment.
Okay, so
God, so wise. Speaking of wise, this is a wise comment. She takes on their emotions and puts them in a bag and lets them rot in the closet. Damn. Accurate.
Me through this outfit today. You get up and you're like, what are we feeling?
Okay. We get up and we go, we're exceptional, not average. Talk me through your average outfit.
I just throw on clothes. I don't think, I'll be honest. I think it's not the clothes, it's how you wear them.
Okay.
It's not the clothes, it's the bitch behind them. Hey, girl power. Woo woo.
I am getting emotional right now.
I'm confident in myself. I know exactly who I am. I don't walk into a room feeling like I'm less than or I don't belong. I'm just me. And I think it's contagious. And
Didn't you just literally say you hate going into rooms because you're so uncomfortable you don't want no one to talk to you? And she's like, I just walk into a room and I'm just friendly with everybody. Who are you?
I think some people view it as, oh, you have great sense of style. I'm just like, not really. I just I have a pair of I got these from the Flea. This is from an outlet, you know?
No, it is giving though. You give vibes.
Thank you.
You do.
But
she cares. She cares. I got this from the Flea. She knows exactly where she got these outfits from. She knows exactly what you don't put socks on like that unless you have a fashion interest. You could just wear regular no-show socks, but you're purposely wearing long socks and pulling them up your leg. There is thought there. Give me a break. I don't buy it for a second. I'm no fashionista. I just put whatever on in the closet. I move my gold medals out of the rotting basket that I put them in, and I grab just whatever I bought from the flea market. Give me a fucking break.
I just like to express myself. I don't try to fit in. I don't try to fit the mold. I'm just me.
What's an outfit that feels like home to you?
We on Riverdale? What?
I love to wear all.
What's an outfit that feels like home to you? I like to put on brick and cedar wood siding, and I like to sprinkle myself with acorns. That feels like home to me. It feels like home to me. It feels like I'm all the way back where Ashlyn's from. Okay. Thank you.
Try to fit the mold. I'm just me.
What's an outfit that feels like home to you?
What question? I don't understand that question. What feels
I love to wear all black. I love all black. I want a pair of boots.
Yorker.
Yeah.
She's fucking miserable. She is in mourning of the person that she needs to figure out who she is. That's another dead giveaway here.
I want a pair of black boots, black pants, a black tank. Keep pushing.
Love it.
Huh?
Okay, so the pod is called Question Everything. So I usually take one topic, break it down. I came up with a bunch of
She's questioned nothing. Not a thing has this woman questioned.
them. Pick one that you feel.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I actually have talked about I'll give you examples of some, like how we treated women in the early aughts and like how do we feel about it now. I've talked about can you separate an artist from their art? Like, is it okay to listen to Kanye West music still?
Yeah.
So it's like a debatable thing.
Which one do you want to unpack?
How about the Kanye one? Because I'm curious what other people think.
It's a good question. We could just pick a number too. You want?
What's going on? Cut this part out of the podcast.
Oh, thanks. You can sit if you want. You must be so uncomfortable.
I know, and I'm sorry about that, but I promise I'm.
You're so, as long as you're comfortable.
No, I'm good. I sit all day, so.
Okay.
She's standing in the corner. I'm good. I'm good. I'm just here to hold the fan for Ashlyn. She's very empathetic.
I can unpack anything.
Here's a
Totally up to you.
leaf.
Okay.
You pick.
I'll pick.
Nothing speaks to me like crazy. You tell me what you want to unpack.
Tipping culture.
Let's go.
Okay.
I have a lot to say about this.
You do?
Yeah, because I
Go
played,
off, queen.
I played in Germany. I played in Sweden, and like, you don't tip. You just pay people what they're worth. No one knows that more than I do. I'm like, why are we?
Am I the only person who doesn't get paid what they're worth? Am I the only one who thinks that equality in pay is important?
Paying people so shitty that we have the need in this country to have to tip 20+%. Like, it drives me nuts. I'm like, just pay people what they're worth.
But do you tip differently if somebody is with you and can see, like if you're at the register at a coffee shop and you're alone, will you tip less or more than if somebody is with you watching how much you're tipping?
I'm consistent. One coffee, I tip $2.
Is that something that people do? That's a cell phone on her part, the interviewer's part. Do you go around and go, well, I'm asking this question because genuinely, this must be something people do. Are people doing this? Ugh.
You do.
$2. I'm consistent.
Unless somebody is extra nice to me, I don't tip on my coffee. Because I'm like, it's already $7.
No, it's absolutely it's so wonky. The whole it's madness. Everyone's losing their mind. And I also think it's so crazy that just because I decide to order an expensive steak on one plate, I have to pay 20% because the food's expensive. Like, make it make sense. If you would have given me a $10 fucking salad, it's the same damn plate and same energy, and I gotta tip 20% on the price? I hate it. I think it's whack. But we live in America. Everything's ass backwards. I'm not surprised at all.
I agree.
But I always tip 20%.
That's really nice.
Always. And then what's so annoying is...
In case you guys were wondering what my answer to this is, because I know your ears are burning that you just need to know what I have to say about this one topic. I always give 20% at restaurants where there's waiters and waitresses and, whatever, people waiting on me, hand and foot, serving me, servant leadership. But then if I'm at a coffee shop or something, it'll be like $1 or $2. If I'm picking it up myself, it's like $1 or $2. Does that make me a bad person? Let me know in the comments below.
I like nice wine.
Oh, do you tip with the alcohol included?
That's my question to you.
Yeah.
Because let's say you get a $170 bottle of wine. With your steak dinner.
Common.
Do you tip, half the fucking bill is just, they're opening a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Do you tip 20%?
I think you're supposed to.
So I used to, and then I was at a restaurant with my parents and they were like, you're not supposed to, you have to take the alcohol off. And I was like, but is that enough for the server? It's very complicated.
It's complicated. What are the rules?
What are the rules? I wish they were
rules?
streamlined.
I absolutely tip 20% because I'm like, people in this country are so unhinged. I will walk out of there and then all of a sudden they're gonna say, Ashlyn Harris is so cheap. She only tipped me $15 hairs on this meal. And then I'll be known forever, you know, for God knows something.
But she doesn't care. She doesn't care about anything. She just doesn't care, even though this is her biggest fear, that someone's going to lie about her.
Something else I did wrong.
I was a waitress in college, and it was in Chicago. So Scottie Pippen would come in all the time. And all the waiters were like, I don't want that table. And I was like, why? I want the table. Like, it was so fun. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, no tippin' Pippen? And I was like,
see? You don't want that kind of reputation.
It's
tip, Pip.
Brutal.
Just give him the $15 and keep it pushing.
He always tipped me, so.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Sure.
I wonder why.
Those dinners were a lot more than $15, but.
I have some rapid fire questions.
Yes,
for you.
let's go.
Thank you.
First of all, favorite bottle of wine, now that I know.
Franzia.
I really like Quintessa. A red bottle of Quintessa is like one of my favorites.
When did you get your first tattoo?
17.
What was it?
Tweety bird.
I had, you know what, I live life large. I got my whole damn side done. It wasn't even like I went little.
Any regrets?
Yeah, I got it in color. It was the last one I ever have in color.
Mm-hmm. Color fades though, right?
Well, it's on my side, so not really.
Okay. Your most meaningful tattoo?
Tweety bird.
My most meaningful tattoo is probably this one on my hand. It has my kid's name, and the heart of the family, and the protector in the eye, and then I have the wave for ocean. So that would be my little.
I just noticed all your rings too. They're cute.
Oh, thank you.
Something.
I don't care at all. These rings I picked up on the side of the road. They're actually aluminum can toppers that I just threw on from the street. Ugh. I'm so quirky.
You've done that's wild in the name of love or friendship?
Wild?
Murder.
I'm always wild. I mean,
so crazy.
I can't think of one thing though.
Oh
I'm
my
so unhinged
gosh.
all the time. I really am.
I need to see this ass.
I'm so crazy. I can't think of one crazy thing I've ever done because I'm so crazy. I can't even think of the amount. I've just done so much craziness that I can't even just name just one.
Aspect of you, because you don't seem unhinged.
Oh, I'm really unhinged.
You seem like wise and together and excellent.
You're a bad reader of people. You're really bad at reading people. She's telling you many things unhinged.
No.
Okay.
I let my hair down. I like to have a good time.
Best advice you learned in therapy, or like a phrase that you think about.
I'm an
I don't know
empath.
what kind of therapy, like, you're getting advice. I do feel like, I think the best gift you can give yourself is to, like, work on the things, like, that you want to be better at. I don't necessarily, I think my therapist is so great with me that they help me, like, walk myself into the answer. They don't give it to me.
Yeah.
And it drives me nuts. And I'm like, just tell me what to fucking do. I need help. And like, that's not their job.
Mm-hmm.
Their job is to hold me accountable and really let me process and work through it. So I don't know what, like, I don't know what a good advice would be, but in life in general, I definitely think time is the greatest gift you can give to someone. So show up and be present.
Show up.
I think that is
Mark it off on
something
your
I
bingo.
live by.
Mm-hmm.
Show up.
What's something every woman should try once?
To be with a woman. We wouldn't have so many unhappy women out there. Yeah, my
That was a
advice
good
is-
answer.
Do you think
That was funny. That was good. That was the best answer she had so far. It only took an hour and 20 minutes.
people are
Go
holding
explore.
themselves back?
From what?
Yeah, I think fear is like a big component of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah. Rapid
people,
fire.
and it's not just women, people are so fearful all the time that they really miss out on a lot of things in life. And I think that is one thing I've been lucky enough to just like, I don't really have much fear. I don't like heights. That's really it. I'm not jumping out of an airplane. Like, I'm just not going to do it.
Will you do like a cliff into the ocean
Absolutely
or no?
not.
Me neither.
I don't even want to go up and, no.
Mm-mm.
I don't even want to look, no, out of the edge.
She's so crazy.
What is one podcast episode of yours that everyone should start?
Now there's a trash compactor going off in this building that they're in, and it's causing noise beyond the decibel acceptable for these lav microphones.
Start with, if they haven't tuned in yet.
Cut the episode.
Wow. I don't know. I think they all give different insight. I think whether you're a man, woman, however you identify, whatever makes you happy, there's always something there.
It makes you
there's
happy.
Athletes, there's queer people, there's straight people, there's the,
Put the
I
gold
did the episode
in the
with Jillian Turecki about, that was great, relationship and love, and
put it in your
it hasn't come out yet, but I did a really great episode with Billie Jean King. I'm really excited about, because she's just so smart and she lives such a beautiful life, and she's so wise. And then
she's only around wise people.
Happiness with Dr. Lori Santos, and I think we all need to unpack happiness and joy right now in a world that feels like it's absolutely on fire. So I think there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
And it's real, and it's honest, and it's raw, and we're not pretending. We're just like peeling back the layers and just being, and whatever comes out in that hour, like you get, and I think that is the beauty. Like nothing's edited. Mm-hmm. Nothing is pulled out. It's like really an open book to deep, thoughtful conversation.
I really liked your episode with Brooke Baldwin.
Yes, she's awesome.
She's awesome.
She is.
Who dat?
And she was really honest and raw, which I loved.
Me too. Yeah. Okay, grab that card game.
Oh dear.
Pick whichever card.
Wrap
calls to
it
you.
up.
Oh my God.
Wrap this up, girls.
It's not the red one.
Ladies.
Not the red one?
That's the description card.
Okay.
I'm different. I'm gonna grab it. It's gonna reflect me. Oh God.
Oh my God. What's the weirdest thing you've ever done in your car?
Banged my boyfriend.
Weirdest thing. The weirdest thing.
Banged my girlfriend. I thought she had to answer it.
I don't know what would be weird. I mean, I've done a lot.
It's a hard one.
I've done a lot in the car, honey. Me and my high school sweetheart, Tyler, back in those straight days.
I was going to say, is Tyler a man or a woman?
Tyler is a man.
Wow.
Everyone's got a Tyler.
We really loved that back seat in high school.
I'm really place to go.
I'm really airing out all my secrets.
Damn.
For me, to think back, it's highly weird.
Really?
That I was having sex with a man. I am gay. I'm like, are you sure? How did no one know?
Did no one know?
I mean, I played it off quite well. I told my dad, and he said, sweetheart, I raised you. We knew.
Really?
Yeah.
May I ask about that?
Yes.
Quick, just time check.
Yes.
So we are at 12:30 almost.
Okay, I'll be done in 2 minutes.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Okay.
I actually don't know this. Did you have a formal coming out?
Oh, I had boyfriends in college, my little high school sweetheart, yeah.
Wow.
And then I left all of that, and I was like, oh, no wonder I didn't enjoy a minute of it.
Were you nervous at all?
I kissed a girl, and I really liked it. I
kissed a girl and I liked
That's it. Bye. She's on the good side. I'm done. But thank you.
I love this.
I mean, you gotta try a little bit of everything, I guess, to really know your flavor. Just wasn't mine.
I feel like the two things that I'm going to take from this episode, besides having a little bit more courage to just be vulnerable, is that everyone needs to try and kiss a woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please. I'm taken. I know a lot of really beautiful single women, so I can help you. You let me know.
Okay, I'm in. And everybody out here, they might call you.
Done. I'm a very good wing woman. I am.
I'm not a good wing woman, but I'm a good matchmaker.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, my last question for you. A book that you've read that has changed your life.
The
something you
Bible.
think everybody should read.
I adhere to it all.
A book that has changed my life. Yeah, I don't know. I think all of us like so many of
Just
us.
name a
women,
fucking book.
All
of us women.
I really
What is the
Glennon's
answer?
writing. I think.
Wait, what did she say?
I think she's an incredible writer. Glennon's writing. Women.
Wait, what?
I think
Hold on,
all
sorry.
of us,
Shut up, me.
like so many of us women. I really like Glennon's writing.
Glennon Doyle?
I think she's an incredible
Name a
writer
book that she
with
wrote.
an incredible perspective that has influenced and changed a lot of women's lives. And I think that's a really powerful gift.
Okay, she just needed to name drop Glennon Doyle, who's Amby Wambach's. What's her first name? Andy Wambach? Amby Wambach? You know who I'm talking about, right? That person's wife, Glennon Doyle. She doesn't know that what the name of the book is, but she's going to try to shout her out because that's the only thing she could think of.
But like, I also like the BS of like Chelsea Handler. I love Chelsea Handler's writing.
Me too.
I love how you're getting something on two totally different spectrums that are so important. Because like Chelsea Handler just is so outwardly unhinged
What book
and so unapologetic
did you read it from
and
her?
normalizes what we're all thinking but can't say. I think it's good for us. Like, we need to be more like that. We need to just be more who we want to be and feel really okay with it and not apologize. Like, everyone's always like, I gotta fit in this box. Well, what is the box? What does that even mean?
Yes, everyone always says that. I gotta fit
Be
in
more
this
like
box.
Chelsea in a world that's...
She asked you what your favorite book is or something. She's like, be like Chelsea. That's not the answer to the question. Also, rapid fire. These people don't know what fire is.
unforgiving for women right now.
Amen.
Yeah.
A woman.
Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You are so fun.
You're fun. I can't wait to take you out. We're gonna get you kissing some girlies.
Thank you so much.
Your life is gonna really change.
I've
You're
only
welcome.
kissed one girl in high school. I haven't kissed a girl since, so.
Well,
I'm due.
We're friends. We're gonna make that happen. Okay.
Threesome.
So everyone, she call her.
I kissed a girl on the soccer pitch. Tastes like her jock strap itch. Well, girls don't wear bra strap or jock straps. I kissed a girl in college. It was really symbolic. It felt so wrong. It felt so right. I am really wise. Thank you. Round of applause for that interview. That we made it. It was like winning the championship by getting through that and doing it together as a team. Teamwork. Team Kia on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team Kia. Just surfing up. Okay. Thank you so much. That was fun. That was interesting. I feel bad for her. I think she's got potential, which to her means you ain't shit yet. But she's got potential to be a cool person if she became more self-aware. Do I think that will happen? Absolutely not. Living in the bubble that she apparently lives in, I doubt that she will come around to that. But maybe she's in therapy. Maybe she gets the right therapist, or the therapist is ready to, push her a little bit into listening to herself. Maybe there's hope. The other woman, whose name is something, Danielle Robay. I don't know about her. I think she also needs to learn the art of listening and not just blowing smoke up the guest's ass, because I don't know. Some people, I guess, do like that type of content, but I just find it to be so unhelpful to actually getting to the root of who someone is and their essence. Okay, if we keep saying we're an empath and don't push back on that when they say unempathetic things, we're never gonna get to the core. And then how can we learn to live life through their eyes if we don't know who they truly are? I kissed an empath and I liked it, but they liked it more because they could tell that I liked it. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. And I have more videos coming, edited videos, streams. It's gonna be a fun time, and we're gonna just live, laugh, and love together. Okay. So thank you so much for joining. If you want to join the membership, please do. You get your name sung in the credits. Is there a greater honor on earth? Gold medal in your closet rotting, or your name in the credits of a live stream being sung by moi, the true and global empath leader.
Huge, it's huge.
It'd be a huge honor.
It's big.
It's big for you guys. All right. I'll see you later in 5 seconds when I start to sing. And then I'll see you next week, Thursday. Toodaloo. Bye. Starry nights in the house. Starry nights in a blouse. Nicole Campbell. Hanging out with you is never a gamble. It's always fun. A console. Do you just put whatever you want on from your closet and say that you don't care? Because that's fashion. That's fashion. You are smashing. Lillian Massey, what's happening? What's up? What you doing with that cup? Yeah. Alaska Blood Tundra. You like to have fundra, but not too much. Have you kissed a girl lately? Because that's the real fun, I've heard. Carasoto. Toto. Little dog from Wizard of Oz. Isn't that odd? Lisa B. I feel like I just went to therapy for someone else that was not listening. Am I right? Am I right? A. Rebelade Fuentes. Do you go to the dentist? Get a root canal. Oh, where's that Novocaine stat? Chris Johnson wants a pat on the back, and you'll get it right now. Woo! Rob Sheehan. Wouldn't want to be him. Just kidding. I would want to be him. BMW, that is. Hey, Mary. You're more like a Lexus lady. Am I right? Or maybe you are more of a Mercedes. That's right. Kick the ball. Kick the ball down the field. Don't fall. Don't fall in love with the girl from One Tree Hill. But it would be a thrill. Go to the Elton John concert. Take pictures. Tell everyone you hated it. Tell Taro you hated it. Go Taro.